Yo, what's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah, fah. You already know what it is, man. All right, so this is just a quick, this is just a quick little hint of what we got going down. Um, so I got some good news. I got some good news for y'all coming up. And I got it in the form of the physical though, or I should say the visual for you guys is two hands up experience. So basically, what will be taking place is um two hands. It's some good fucking news, and I know y'all motherfuckers been waiting for it, man. So basically, you know what I mean. I basically talked to you know what I mean, my inside guys, and I'm very connected with, and I'm going to be at the Barclays Center. Welly Boy Slip and Move, salute. Um, So once again, man, this is another late night live mob salute. Just another late night live, man, just to bring just a little bit of information for the people, man. I know everybody been asking for the money. I should wait a second, see if, since people just came in, I should wait a second before, you know what I'm saying, I just shout it out. You know what I mean? And the playback will catch it when the playback catch it. What's good, man? What's good with everybody, man? I know y'all operating on, different time than me. It's late as fuck over this joint, man. I'm watching Mick Conlon put the hands on some clown on, you know what I'm saying, Box Nation, man. Just, making sure my knowledge stay extensive. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just blessed, man. What a fucking time to be alive. What's good, Mob? Mob, bro. I fucking man, I meant to get your fucking number from Boone yesterday. I was supposed to fucking talk to Boone. That nigga called me. The nigga called me, right? But I was so much, man. But me and D had some shit we needed to work out behind the scenes. So I was on the phone with him for fucking so long that I fucking forgot. But I definitely need to get your number for some shit that I can't talk about on the motherfucking phone. I need to get some motherfucking shit ironed out with you about some shit that I can't necessarily handle, you know what I'm saying, right now, man. I need your help with. You dig me? You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm saying is I definitely need, you know what I'm saying? I definitely need to get out to Vegas or Cali or wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta chop it up with you, you know what I'm saying? Cause there's some shit down here, man, that need to be taken care of, man. And I need your expertise, man. So I'm definitely gonna tap in with you. So I'm gonna reach out to Boone again in the morning, man. Shoot him a text message, man. I might shoot him a text tonight because Eastern time, maybe he'll get it. Boxing father salute. You get the wrench. You get the wrench. Yeah, man. So shit, bro. Yo, what y'all, man? I was sitting back thinking, like, why is it all right? Why is it okay for people to be completely dismissive about people's accomplishments in the world of boxing? And if a person, and we all know that boxing is a 50-50 sport. Why do people feel like it's all right because you might like another guy, you feel high on him. But why is it all right to be dismissive with another individual talents? We could talk about Dillian White, we could talk about Yadinius Ugas, any of these individuals. I'm just speaking in a whole. It's gotten to the point because I was having this conversation with Mark. It's gotten to the point to where it's getting fucking disgusting, man. Like the fans is never happy. Like you in a position where you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. And it's like, in Dylan White's case, people feel like that, that Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder could beat him. This man's been mandatory for 1,000 days, so nobody feel like he should get the opportunity. I don't think that shit is right, and I think as for content creators, speaking for boxing content creators, like a guy like Mark who really loves fucking boxing, who that I genuinely spoke to on the phone and got a good idea of this man's lineage, about this man's family, about who this individual is, and understanding through his knowledge what boxing means to this guy, and the uneven scales and the microwave fan base and the favoritism for certain fighters and people's fucking bullshit has made this man to the point to where he is absolutely disgusted with the actions of motherfucking. It's making him disgusted with boxing. These are the actions of individuals making him disgusted with boxing. I don't know if you guys understand what it would mean if you guys were to push people away from boxing, or if that was something that that you would fucking really want. My whole thing is this. for an unbiased individual to call it down the middle in the world where everybody wants to be one way with the fucking sport of boxing, it shouldn't ever, it should never fucking be. It should never be, oh, this guy don't deserve a shot because I feel like he can whoop his ass. So what if he's been mandatory 1,000 days? Injustice is injustice across the board in boxing. I understand the foundations of boxing was built on shaky principles, but we got to think about the time we were living in then and the times we living in now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you have a pest problem, you know what I mean? You bring in a fucking exterminator. So through logic, through analytics, through rational thinking, you should be able to we should be in some form or way. If right now in 2020 in boxing, we should be able to eradicate some of that bullshit. But I feel like that we're in an age of cancel culture that is literally canceling culture, or it's going to end up canceling culture because people and they fucking death threats and their constant fucking bigotry, calling me a coon or calling Mike a black fighter lover, or calling him a racist, you know what I mean? Or calling him saying that he's just biased because he wants to get black fans. That shit is completely unacceptable because when you got individuals that are trying to work just as hard or put just as much work in, I don't know what other individuals do at at ESPN or whatever, but I know, you know, we strive, you know what I'm saying, to take their information and our own information and put it out just as much as they do as well. So that being said, I'm just saying, man, boxing is a 50-50 sport. I don't give a fuck who's mandated. I don't give a fuck if Charlie Zelenoff was mandated. If that guy did what he was supposed to do to get in the right position he was supposed to be in, then he shouldn't get no fucking gripe from no fanboys and no favoritism that he shouldn't be in a fucking fight. That's just the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the reason I'm here, but that's been the basis of the conversation today. So I figured I would just share my opinion on it since others were speaking on it. And now, you know, there's 11 in here and it's extremely late Eastern time. I don't plan on being here long. This is basically what I'm here for. So basically, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know that I got an inside with the PBC, you know what I'm saying, with certain people that fuck with Jared Hurd and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to my mans or whatever, and you know, I've been trying to get a hold of fucking Leon Muhammad. I've been trying to find ways. I've even reached out on Twitter. I try to get people to bring his information to me. I've reached out to everybody I possibly could, trying to figure out a way to get this guy on the platform because that's what people want. That's who I've been putting in my fucking videos. That's who, you know what I'm saying, probably got one of the motherfucking most famous motherfucking like, boy, you gonna get your, boy, you can talk about the gloves. You can talk about this. You got your ass whooped. That shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? That shit ring bells on, you know what I'm saying, the Two Hands Up show. And people been wanting them. And shout out to Tyrese. And I've been saying, if that's what y'all motherfuckers want, that's what I'm going to get because I want it as well. And he has extensive boxing knowledge that's just fucking crazy, bro. And he's a Philly guy, you know what I'm saying, out of Temple 25. He's got a lot of knowledge on a lot of fucking different things, man. And just to be able to sit down and chop it up with this individual in some way, I don't give a fuck. If it takes some bread, man, it takes some fucking bread. I'll spend it. But, you know, basically, the next event that's going on at the Barclays Center in New York, I've been I've been cordially invited. So Two Hands will be at the Barclays. Leon Muhammad will be supposedly is supposed to be at the Barclays. I'm going to be there for other reasons that has to do with boxing, but I'm going to be introduced to Leon Muhammad. And with that being said, Two Hands is bringing Leon Muhammad to the Two Hands Up show. So whatever PBC Barclays event is going on, I'll be there and I'm getting y'all motherfuckers the old man. Okay, now to the chat. Of course, salute, mob. Welly boy, salute. Boxing father, you get the nod too, my brother. Sakid, I'm glad you fucking made it, family. LaRon, what's up, King? Sporting Advantage, salute, doggy. Exactly, Two Hands, UGC Law Brian Scrapbook Unrivaled being challenged when you were here. I don't know exactly what you mean by that sporting advantage. Yo, we back at it. Of course, of course. Always, always, man. Just gotta spread the news with, you know what I'm saying, the people. Lawrence Williams, salute. You know what I mean? Actual facts. My nigga salute. Um, Pacquiao whoop Thurman. Trouser trolls fucking salute. He definitely did. He hit that nigga with that no Vada mollywop. He mollywopped him with no Vada. What the fuck, Leon M? I'm unsubbing in 2 weeks if you don't get Leon on this bitch. Well, guess what? Unsub then, motherfucker, because Leon might not be on here in 2 weeks. And because unsubscriptions don't, you know what I'm saying, don't shake me up in no way, shape, or form. If people want to unsubscribe to me because I can't do things in the time or the duration that they want it, hey man, be my guest. That shit don't bother me none. YouTube don't make or break me. Leon like an OG eating peach cobbler like a boy. You got your ass whooped, huh man? Huh man? And you know, I'm I'm definitely, you know, like I said, I talk to my man. I just don't want to put people's name out there. I'm going to be at Barclays at the next PBC event, and I will be introduced to the man. And then that's, you know, and I'm gonna break bread, and I'm either going to just do an interview right there. I'm most likely going to do an interview right there. But I'm trying to get that nigga on the show. I'm trying to get. I fucks with you too, Tyrese. I'm trying to get motherfucking Leon on the two hands up show. I'm not just trying to fucking shoot no shit for y'all and you know what I mean, just bring the interview back and upload it or whatever. That's all love too, because you know it's gonna be a whole bunch of commotion, people walking past or whatever. I can't really probably keep them that long. But if I can get them on the show, on the motherfucking live stream, that is the goal. That is what I'm about. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm not gonna be satisfied until he the first motherfucker that I interview on the show. Because I never really did this shit to get interviews or nothing like that. Like I'm not the type of nigga that's gonna run around the world for fucking nothing. Like like I mean other people to each his own. Some people like to run around the world, burn up their motherfucking bread, chasing down these niggas and talking to them, but I just don't give a fuck that much. But Leon Muhammad is definitely the motherfucker that I want on the show. Not only, you know what I'm saying, for comedic value, because he calls it, because because he calls it how it is, man, and he just speak his mind, like so. I need that. I need that authenticity because one thing we stand on over here, we stand on authenticity and we hold ourselves accountable at all times, man. So I just want to stand on the realness. So I want the realness to resonate even with the people that we interview. You know what I'm saying? And out of every motherfucking body that's been ran through in clips or whatever, it's Leon Muhammad that is the one who fucking always stands out with people the most because salute Boxing Father for the super chat, bro. Greatly appreciated for the 20 facts produced tonight. Man, I appreciate you, brother. South Croy, salute. Well, man, bro, and you know the thing is, man, when you have people who've been through all types of walks of life, like a Leon Muhammad, who's been through so much fucking, who's been through so many things, who's dealt with, he's he's had to live through the era of I don't know if y'all like the song "The Times Always Change" and the times always changing. He's literally had to live through that, so he's seen so many things from so many different sides, bro. I just want to get him on here for like 30 minutes, maybe even an hour, and I'm be like, bruh, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I cash app you, nigga. I'll pay you whatever for the interview, nigga. 30 minutes or an hour, 15 minutes, whatever. However long I can get you and keep you, that's how long I'm trying to have you because every second that you with that guy and every second that I see an individual talk to that guy, there's not one bit of information that you can't gain from him that you can't hold on to. And another thing about him too, his predictions on fights and who he feels as though is going to win, most of the time that he predicts it, it's always right. You know what I mean? He don't eat crow that much. And I think, and that's just because that motherfucker's just been around boxing the entirety of his fucking life. Even right now, he's still around and moving and shaking between PBC, top rank. Oh, he fucking with top rank real heavy right now. Last interview, he was back in Michaela Mayer. And so top rank must be putting that envelope in his pocket this time. But I want to get him like I want to stay grounded with the realness, man. And I ain't trying to put people on this channel that I gotta feel like on my platform. Now, if I gotta walk into your house and I gotta be cookie cutter, say at the box, you know what I'm saying? say at the Barclays, if I got to tone it down a little bit, that's fine. I understand that because I understand the business and I understand people will lose relationships. There's certain ways that you can add certain things without that happening. You know, I can vaguely ask questions in a very elaborative way that make motherfuckers hang on to it. And while I'm in those type of environments, I'll do that. But while we on the two hands up show and people over here, nah, we want the real. We want the real. I don't want you to sugarcoat it. So, you know, like Teofimo Lopez father would be another great one. I would say fucking Angel Garcia, but man, fucking Danny Garcia, I know he ain't gonna jump on because I be killing him. I mean, I be killing him. Absolutely. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to walk on eggshells, not one bit. I want a motherfucker to feel like that they can say what they need to say. Leon Muhammad is in a position where he can say what he needs to say and be unapologetic about it. My whole thing is, man, you're not gonna get the truth that you want when dudes got handlers, man. When dudes got handlers, you're not really gonna get the truth that you want. But the other individuals that ain't handled that's really on the outside that have that insight and that inside information, you can get a lot of shit out of those dudes, man. And there's a lot of stuff that I can, you know, that I'm connected with a lot of guys that are higher up in boxing that when I give information or I say, oh, well, this came from this individual, then you just when I say a source, just know that it's coming from somewhere with someone with a high amount of integrity that's well respected. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have a lot of that, and I do source drop from now and then, but I try to say that shit for exclusives too. That way y'all get it first. Just like the fucking the Triple G information and shit and how it went down with Snack and all of that. I broke that shit. What really went on behind the scenes. I think I broke that several weeks before that information even surfaced and circulated. But that's just the way I want to do things, man. I want to keep y'all. I want to keep the way you guys communicate with me right now. I want motherfucking the people that we deal with. I want them to be able to communicate with y'all in that way because that way y'all know they real. That way y'all know they grounded to the foundation and they putting the boxing fans first. That's a very important thing. I mean, the business is always going first as long as the fighters are fighting, man. But you notice fighters, motherfucking, have always, and since the beginning of time, fighters have always said what's on their mind in press conference, out of press conferences, because fighters know the power that they have if they are smart. Paulie Malignaggi is another one. That Trouser Troll salute. I'll tweet Paulie about getting him on for an interview. That's one we definitely can do off the break. Yeah, we'll definitely do part. I fucking have my fucking log notes ready and every fucking thing outside, you know, for just the basis of the grounds of where I want to go to and where I want to end. Yeah, Paulie's a good one. So yeah, we'll do Paulie. We'll do fucking Leon. You know what I mean? Anybody else that y'all know is real that y'all really want down with the shit. Those are the guys that we're going to go after. Those are the guys that we're going to bring to the channel. And like I said, I don't give a fuck if it costs me money out of my pocket. I will pay to have them on here because I want, you know, knowledge. Knowledge is priceless. So I can't even put a number on that shit. So whatever it fucking takes, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it takes, man. Bro, I pay for a real interview with Leon Muhammad. That's what I'm saying, bad shit. I'm willing to pay for that shit. I'm willing to pay for that shit for my experience and y'all experience alike, bro, because that's the man. Once Leon's gone, we're gonna lose. We're gonna have a big disconnect in the history of boxing where people are gonna have to dig through the crates like you searching for fucking dusty fucking albums, original albums. That's what I'm saying. He's like an archive. He's a boxing archive all in his own. So gotta bring him to the table. Gotta bring him to the table. The guys like that, these are the ones we gotta bring to the table. Cause the fans got to come first, man. And I think boxing has gotten away from the fans in a sense to where you're not getting the fight you want. We all know that that's redundant or whatever, but I just mean that they can't generate income without us. You know, really our influence really was the influence of the fans and fans' point of view is what really got certain fighters in the ring, belt or nah. That's why certain matches were made. Like you can have a champion here and have a champion over here. Yeah, of course you want those guys to meet and unify, but they have their own matchmakers. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get in the ring. But when the fans put that push on it, when the fans really had a fucking stranglehold on boxing, not in this new fluff fucking social media cancel culture, this canceling culture, I think that's gonna be my new fucking motto, bro. Like that shit is heavy. We really exist in a cancel culture, this canceling culture. But yeah, man, it's man, bro, man, fucking, I'm so fucking high, I fucking lost my fucking train of thought. What was I just saying? Yeah, man, knowledge, man. It needs to be spread. Like, bro, that you want to know what I was thinking, Tyrese? I want to talk. Yeah, that I want to talk to Mark Breland, and you know Mark Breland is really going to be in a position as well to where he's going to be able to speak to us because you know Wilder's basically shit on him, and we know he's looking for another trainer. So if Mark Breland is going to be involved, shit, I'm trying to talk to Mark. I've always stood up for Mark. He said, you know, the one thing that hurts right now is the corny ass channels that also influence lives in boxing and also peddle fantasies. That's why I roll with Mr. Two Hands speaking the truth. Man, respect's a key, man. You get your wrench, you know. And that's my thing, man. Loyalty is everything, man. And the ones that are loyal to me, I'm thoroughly loyal to them, bro. I put man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. The past 2 days I ain't been fucking editing because like I had the videos halfway done, but I just fucking needed a break, man. I needed a break. I've been burning both ends of the motherfucking candlestick like a motherfucker. But as far as you know, as far as the loyalty, as far as the love, as far as everything that we trying to do for boxing, man, it's always to honor the game. It's always to elevate the game. It's always to bring the best insight that we possibly can in the game. Also, and anecdotally speaking, even when we're speaking on the facts or we're going away from the facts and we're speaking on anecdotes, we still want to be as sound as a motherfucker when it comes to our conversation. That means, you know, I just think that we gotta get the game back to where it's in the stranglehold and the motherfucking fans, the fans really have to fucking demand what we want or just stop paying for the shit for real. And I mean that's another redundant conversation, but realistically, we deserve fucking better. It gets to a point to where we shouldn't have to. Good morning, Ben. Gets to a point to where we shouldn't have all of this tribalism in boxing. It's gotten to the point where they've even tried to divide lines and say that, you know, they're even trying to divide lines and saying if you're from America now that you should root for an American fighter. No, I don't fucking root for American fighters, guys. So I don't root for American fighters. I root for fucking I root for skill set. I root for accomplishments. I root for my eye test. I root for those who I'm visually seeing put in the necessary work, who has the necessary skill, who has the necessary business. I'm not going to make boxing a tribal situation. We live in a fucking time now, Jeff, you said a salute, my motherfucking man. We live in a time right now where fucking people are fucking so tribal where they're trying to split boxing apart. Fucking boxing fucking was already it's been racially driven. And I mean, you would think now in 2020 that we would be trying to eradicate it. But it just seems like I'm telling you, man. Man, a lot of my own people done lost their motherfucking rocker when it just comes to their interpretations on fucking life. And I don't give a fuck what the fuck you see going on, bro. You're supposed to push the positive aspects on whatever is going on in fucking boxing and life and everything. Because if you dwell on the fucking negative aspects of it, how are you going to change it, bro? Like, I heard my fucking people talking all of this motherfucking shit about all of this shit going on in the world, but I don't hear anybody coming up with any fucking positive, peaceful solutions to solve it. Just a bunch of screaming and a bunch of banter, man. And and that bothers me. That bothers me because, like, for me, right, I had somebody ask me in the chat, right, when I did that George Floyd tribute, and I only do things once. I only do things once. Yeah, Serrano, I'm remember what I just said, but the answer was, yeah, Serrano pulled out. She didn't want to accept 200,000. But here's my thing about that. You didn't want to accept 200 fucking K, but are you a unified champion? Are you an undisputed champion? I'm sorry. I mean, considering that Clarissa Shields is an undisputed champion, her highest fucking purse from fighting Habazin is 600K. Why the fuck do you feel like you should get any more than that? I don't think you wanted to fight. I think you wanted to cash out on the fight because realistically, it was a fight you didn't feel as though you or your management felt like you had a fucking really big chance to win. But, of course, Ludabella, he's fucking kind of like a manager, a promoter on the outside. It's not with a major outfit, but he's one of the major individual promoters. You wanted to cash out and get a big payday. But nah. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And absolutely, the sport of boxing is all on basically taking it. And honestly, it shouldn't even be considered a risk because boxing isn't even based on boxing shouldn't be based on assessment of risk. Boxing is about if you're a champion. Boxing shouldn't be based on assessment of risk if you're a champion. By me saying that, I'm saying this. If you're a champion, you're supposed to take on anybody that fucking challenges you for your fucking throne. You supposed to motherfucking oblige. And I'm not just talking about anybody. I'm talking about the guys that worked their way up in the rankings and they got to that number one spot. You're supposed to oblige them. You're not supposed to motherfucking speak on why Katie taking that fight at 140 instead of facing Amanda on that date. That I see that's new information to me. I'm gonna have to look at that this evening before I speak on it. I'm not really heavy on fucking female boxing like that. Everybody knows that. I'm not really a huge fan on it. I'm a fan of a few of the fighters. So that's information. I've ran across the Serrano information today and just read upon that. But as far as Katie taking a fight with a girl at 140 instead of facing Amanda on that date, I'll definitely look into that. Now I can't speak on something disingenuously, Lawrence. I can't do that. Mr. 2K want to speak on Usyk. Also coming up to say, I don't want to sit aside anymore. I want to hold on. I fucking just pulled up the thing on accident. I don't want to sit aside anymore. I want to execute my right to fight Anthony Joshua next. I've already. I don't never sleep in the rise. I only sleep a couple hours a night. I'm always up. I see. I have this thing right because Alexander Usyk's defense never impressed me. It never impressed me. I feel like he had a certain level of punch resistance at fucking cruiserweight where he just fucking rolled through punches, fucking like he just didn't give a fuck about him, and he just beat you down with fucking punches and bunches, man. I mean, he does move he does move off the line a little bit. A little bit. He stays on the tip of his toes. He stays moving. So he does move off the line a little bit. But Alexander Usyk's strength is people don't understand this, but your offense can be your defense as well. If you stay punching in bunches and you have a high work rate round per round, a lot of people that take up the sport of boxing, and some people don't necessarily look at it like you're in a necessary fight. People incorporate levels of having a street fighter's aspect into their boxing, which that's what I mean in a sense of um your offense can be your defense because all you can do is fucking because you can literally, keep have a high work rate to a person that wants to be a sit back counter fighter and pick their shots off, a person who likes to, consistently work off the fucking counter. You that can be the case. I feel like that about Usyk a lot. And I think, Usyk is an amazing fucking fighter. My thing is when you're coming up to heavyweight, bro, you just fighting Chaz Witherspoon and going in the direction of saying, wanting to pull your mandatory card and fight Anthony Joshua for the WBO, I would have to look at it in two different ways. I wouldn't say that's smart. I know your handlers believe in you at the same time, but I don't look at that as necessarily smart because nobody can necessarily gauge your punch resistance when you're fighting a Chaz Witherspoon. We would have got a better understanding of Alexander Usyk fighting a Derek Chisora at this point in time, considering the fact that Derek Chisora is probably at the best Derek Chisora we've fucking ever seen in his fucking entire life. He's on a tear right now. And, with the 9 losses, Derek Chisora has absolutely nothing to lose right now. So that makes an individual scarier than they ever been. So with that being said, I would have loved to, I want Usyk to go through a trial by fire, even though I do understand as a cruiserweight undisputed champion, you have the right to challenge a champion as soon as you come up, exercising, your WBO right. And if Usyk feels like he's ready for that, and Usyk handlers feel like they're ready for that, who am I to say that he's really not? Because I would be excited for that fight either way. But I think Usyk really needs to get hit by a guy like Chisora first before he gets hit by a guy like Anthony Joshua. Because you're dealing with a different level of speed. You're dealing with a different level of movement. You're dealing with a guy that you're not going to be able to pull. You're not going to be able to fight him the way you fought Chaz Witherspoon. And it took you, and you could tell the difference in weight. The difference in weight affected, his ability to punch because, Alexander Usyk's never been a power puncher. He has that same kind of style that Lomachenko has: speed, precision, and fucking speed, precision, accuracy, and volume fucking equals power. Accumulation of punches and bunches. That shit hurts. I just believe that he should be a lot more studious and go about fighting a fucking Chisora first, bro, because I don't want to see this guy being ruined material at heavyweight when I know he's conditioned to be successful at heavyweight when I just survey the landscape. I do feel like Usyk could be successful at heavyweight. I feel like he's got the fucking heart of a lion. I feel like he's relentless. I feel like he never takes his foot off of the pedal. He's got that kind of thing that, Artur Better Beef has. He's just got that thing that, that type of thing that David Benavidez has that you just can't teach, man. That just relentless fucking, that savagery. You welcome, Sadiq. Bell boy, always dangerous. Absolutely, Jeff. Always. And that's what I'm saying, Sadiq. I agree. Derek Chisora is the dangerous one in this situation. He is because he's the guy that's been fighting at the weight. He's the guy that been knocking out guys at the weight. He's the guy that's seen so many different elite fighters at the weight, whether he has won or whether he has lost. He is acclimated with elite fighters at that weight. And Derek Chisora isn't going to be the type of guy that you can just pop, 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 and just keep moving and pop, 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 coming straight forward, because Alexander Usyk's going to come straight forward with the offense, beat you down with barrages, and then once he feels the sting of something, then he'll start laterally shifting on you and going in and out, popping you with barrages of punches. My whole thing is Derek Chisora is going to keep pressing you and keep pressing you and keep pressing you. The way fucking Tyson Fury was accumulating punches on that man all fucking night long, and his fucking ref his coach had to fucking throw in the motherfucking towel, basically stop the fight for Chisora because Chisora wasn't going to quit. I feel as though, and Tyson Fury is a heavyweight, I feel like Usyk's going to go through the same type of experiences, but Chisora's going to have a completely different mind state, and mentality is everything in fucking boxing, considering that this guy's a heavyweight. He knows who he's fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, man, this dude juggles fucking balls. He's, he wants to do all of the cute shit that he's doing down at cruiserweight. And I completely get where he's coming from. He's not trying to be disrespectful, because up at that motherfucking heavyweight division, you getting smacked with that pop. And we got to realize, and there ain't no super fucking heavyweight. It is what it is. Once you get up to that fucking spot, people weigh what they weigh. And that ain't the necessarily right way to play if you coming from cruiserweight. It makes me kind of scratch my head like it's a little sketch. I just don't want to see him fucking, I don't want to see him dismantled by Anthony Joshua going from Chaz Witherspoon, because to be perfectly honest, I don't see him beating him at all. At all. And it's not coming from a position of favoring Anthony Joshua because I like the guy. No, never. It's because I'm looking at the Anthony Joshua I saw. I'm looking at the Anthony Joshua that I'm used to. I just went back and watched fucking Povetkin versus Joshua fucking just a couple of days ago. I try to run back fights pretty frequently because, I got to keep up with the consistent conversations, and you got to be able to break down analytically what's going on. And Anthony Joshua hit this motherfucker with the shortest fucking right hand, and it fucking melted him. It melted Alexander Povetkin. He will melt Usyk too. Like, Usyk is an exempt. Like, bro, like, I'm telling you, this heavyweight shit is different. And Anthony Joshua hits hard as fuck. I don't think people understand that. And I know Andy Ruiz really wanted to admit that. You might want to say, after, because you won the fight, yeah, he hit all right. But behind the motherfucker, when he hit him with that uppercut left hook, you could see when he exhaled and he went, when he was sitting on the floor with his eyes all big, that says it all. That's that motherfucking, that's that, goddamn, just because I want to fucking say the fighter's fucking name right now, and I just can't, because I'm fucking focused on Usyk. You know the guy that fucking Triple G fucking hit, and he's a fucking meme right now when he got knocked on his ass and he was shocked as fuck. And he always looked like that every time he get knocked down. That's pretty much the fucking way that Andy Ruiz took that shot. If Andy Ruiz would have lost that fight, it would have probably made him more of an honest individual. But Andrew Ruiz know behind closed doors, that fucking shot hurt. That fucking shot changed me. That was something new. That was something I've never felt before. And that shit was fucking real. That power was fast and it was real. And it was like, I can't get hit with this shit again. And when he got up, it was, oh shit, it's on. And the rapid fire punching didn't come from, oh, I'm ready. Nah, that shit came from fucking fight or flight. So he had to do what he had to do. And he just started flinging them bitches off like any other individual when they're in trouble. So I'm just saying, Andrew Ruiz felt that power. So basically not getting too far into that, because y'all know how I like to fucking break down every fucking thing. Not going too far into that on my rant shit. That's the type of shit that Alexander Usyk is going to have to deal with. And when he tastes it, I don't know if he can savor the flavor for real. Pause. If Usyk gets past Del Boy, then he officially belong. Absolutely. Will they box without live gates like UFC, or do we have to wait a while for boxing? Man, the top ranked card last night was amazing. And I understand Pedraza and Lespierre didn't get the fight, but I mean, just the environment, the ambiance, the way it looked. I even did a little fucking I even did round by round and just gave my expressions and what was going on in the fights at the time and how I felt about it. But here's the deal. I don't want, like, I even had to put my own foot in my mouth, and I had to apologize to the sporting world of boxing. I had to apologize to Top Rank. I had to apologize for my integrity as a man, in a sense of saying this. If I always jump on my fucking shit and always say we must honor the game, and Top Rank is doing an event in a time where we have a fucking global fucking pandemic going on, the world is going nuts, so riding behind, the GF situation and all of that stuff that's going on. When I take those things into consideration, like, the number one thing is, here's the difference. Here's there's beautiful things that have come out of this pandemic that I think that that I was even missing. We got boxing on Tuesday and Friday fucking nights again. Boxing is on Tuesday and Friday nights again. That means boxing during the week. That means more exposure. That means more B-level fighters are going to be fighting B-level fighters. That means more C-level fighters are going to be fighting C-level fighters on regular broadcast for free, televised nationally, globally. That's what boxing needs. So, I mean, even through all of the smoke and all of the frustrations of what's going on, that's a beautiful thing. So basically, I put out a tweet and I basically shitted on that whole card and I compared it to what fucking the UFC has going on. But then when I watched the UFC's main cards with their top fighters and the octagon and that experience, they were in fucking arena that was too big, it was too dark, too ominous, it didn't look good, and it wasn't pleasing the the viewer's eye. For my viewing eye, it wasn't pleasing at all. But when I watched what Top Rank did, Top Rank was at their facility. They put up a bunch of jumbo Tron HD fucking screens all around it, where Gabriel Flores, I mean, whether it was Flores, whether it was fucking Victor Martinez's fight, whether any of those guys were up there, you could see him. It was closed in, it was closed. It looked fucking good. It didn't feel like anything was amiss. I didn't even feel like I was missing fans there because, man, you could hear the thuds from the punches. You could hear every fucking thing. You could hear everything coming off the fucking gloves. You could hear them when they were gasping. You could hear when they were tired. You could actually, instead of just seeing weakness, you could literally hear weakness. So I ain't going, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to shit on no event that's going on in boxing during this pandemic. But as far as the fighters are concerned, to answer your question, to get back up off my in-depth rant and shit once again, the fighters, I would like to think that these dudes are not going to stay cold as long as they have been having to stay cold, and they're going to entertain a fucking fight. Because for real, it's about the fucking fans. Whether we're there or we're not, we're still fucking there. And we still rooting you on. Even if I'm sure we would even be willing to compromise if the shit even had to go to like a little $15, $20 fucking pay-per-view for fucking, for us to get better fucking cards. I'm more than willing to do that. But not fighting isn't the answer. When you have the biggest fucking fighter in fucking boxing, the biggest moneymaker, Canelo Alvarez included, talking about taking reduced purses, fighting guys that are on different levels, just so they can, just for the succession of boxing, then fuck, man. Then if Anthony Joshua was saying that he wanted a part of fight camp, and Canelo saying that he's trying to fight fucking Derevyanchenko, or he's trying to get a certain individual and he's willing to take lower money, bro, you got to fucking respect that shit. Hey, Jeff, of course I seen Ike Ibuchi knock fucking Bird's wig off. That motherfucker thought he was still in the fight. He was arguing with the referee and everybody. That nigga was mad. He was knocked out. He was knocked out. How are you knocked out when you still woke? I never heard of that shit in my life. How are you knocked the fuck out when you are still woke? That nigga arguing with his daddy, delirious. He arguing with his mama. He arguing with the referee. That motherfucker got starched so bad. And the crazy thing is, nobody, bruh, Ike Ibuchi is my motherfucking man, and I really feel like he would have fucking vindicated us from fucking steel hammer era. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, I think there was some unnecessary powers at play that were trying to stop Ibuchi's career, because he was riding with this fucking his girlfriend's son in the car or something like that, and he ends up getting in a car accident or some shit like that. Ended up having to go to court for that shit. They fucking pumped some shit up in that man, made that man nuts, so kept him in motherfucking jail fucking for 15 years throughout the whole fucking entirety of this man's fucking prime. When he got out, he was straight batshit crazy. And that's that shit they be pumping in you in fucking Rikers Island and shit. It's called Thora. Is it Thorazine? It's some wild ass fucking shit that they pump in you when they just want to fucking just flatline you and dumb you out. Like have you alive, but just have you just, drooly face, stretch jacket, white rubber wall type turtle shoot type shit. But I feel like Ike Ibuchi would have been the one guy to save motherfuckers from the Klitschko era. Yeah, that's that nigga. Bellew was counterpunching Nice versus Usyk. He definitely just ran out of steam, Lawrence. That's absolutely correct. And Bellew was doing a good job, and he was beating him. You know what I'm saying, round by round. And for real, if he didn't get gassed out, I really think he would have won that fight, because the Barman was looking good in that fight. Nice, I didn't know this. It's on TV, Internet of the Zone. Top Rank is ESPN. Top Rank is a boxing promotional outfit, but they merged with ESPN right now. They got to deal with ESPN, so they do all this stuff over there. But ESPN is fucking, I'm pretty sure is It's ESPN broadcasted like all around the fucking world, ain't it? Even like basic ESPN that like America, like that we watch over in America because I have no idea. I'll only know if you guys tell me. You see, I'll bell you the blood spray. He's laying there in a missionary position. Yeah, it looked bad on home soil, bruh. Jeff, I gotta admit it to you, bro. It looked bad. Yes, Lawrence, the Navarrete fight. I can't wait to see Emmanuel Navarrete tomorrow night. And I can't wait to see Miguel Burchelt box tomorrow night. We getting Navarrete and we're getting Burchelt. Hold on. Lawrence, I thought hold on, Navarrete's on the 21st, isn't he? Is he on the 18th card or is he on the 21st? And I know Burchelt fights tomorrow night, and I know Navarrete's fight is coming up really fucking soon. If it's not tomorrow night, it's fucking like next Tuesday or next Friday. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Emmanuel Navarrete, his fucking tall ass. Mr. Two Hands. Look at the way 2020 has went so far. Can you imagine what happens to the heavyweight division? How the heavyweight division will look if Povetkin. Hold on. The heavyweight division will look at Povetkin and Chisora and Wilder all win. Dude, that'll be the hold up, y'all. I ain't trying to blind y'all with the light in my fucking bathroom. I need to grab some fucking headache medicine out of here. Y'all know how I get them bad migraines and shit, and I got one coming on. Um, Yeah, dude. Like you just gotta imagine the landscape of something like that happening at any given fucking time in a boxing match. It can always be a fucking 50-50 situation, and that shit can always rattle you a little bit. Like I mean, I'm 1,000% confident that Anthony Joshua will go out there and get it done, but there's still always a possibility that there's a 50% chance. There's a 50% chance that Pulev could fucking win the fight, just like Deontay Wilder could win the fight. But is it a high percentage that they will win the fight based on what we have seen? Absolutely not. But let's talk about it. Povetkin? 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 Y'all know where I'm going with this with my motherfucking mannerisms right now. Povetkin? With everything that's going on with Dillian White. I just spoke on mental. I always talk about the mental fortitude and talking about where a person is at and boxing and shit like that. All of this stuff that's going on with Dillian White right now. And you about to fight on the 4th of July. You about to fight Povetkin. And I've always backed Dillian White, and I've always said that I'm like, bro, I wouldn't even be opposed to if Dillian White took softer fucking touches right now and just worked on aspects of his game, like a fucking Walk. And Walk really ain't never. Walk's always gonna fucking take you through hell and back with his fucking size, with his range, with his fucking relentless ass chin, fucking. So I'm just like, man, this dude is going through a lot right now, man. This dude is going through a lot. He dealing with a lot. Like, and Povetkin just came off the fight with Mike. See, look, I'm fucking talking boxing. I'm completely forgetting. I got about to have a migraine coming on. Motherfucking, we got to remember here that Povetkin just fought Michael Hunter of young game Michael Hunter. A young game Michael Hunter that came out and flashed out like a motherfucker in the first rounds, took it to him. He stayed composed when he jumped on him. Veteran ring generalship and just experience. And to me, I felt like they could have edged the fight out to Povetkin by a couple of points, or it could have went to, or it should have been a split, or it should have been a fucking draw, or they could have gave it to Hunter by a couple of points. But for me, my perception, I felt like Povetkin won that fight. I felt like there was a lot of bias considering the fact that Michael Hunter is a young product of Matchroom that they're trying to develop and get ready, and they didn't want to fuck that money up. And Povetkin is on his way out the door, and we know how politics play a part in boxing. We seen what they did with fucking Callum Smith and fucking John Ryder, so we know this isn't like nothing new. We seen what they did with fucking Dennis Hogan and fucking Jaime Munguia. We know this is nothing new in boxing. But Alexander Povetkin right now, I feel like at the age he's at, I know you know what I mean. This opportunity has probably got him more fucking hyped up than any fucking other opportunity at this fucking point in time, due to the fact that if he fucking steals that interim status, if he steals that interim title, what does that make him? That makes him the mandatory for February 2021 for fucking Tyson Fury's undisputed fucking belt. Throws off fucking, so that's something that a motherfucker will work for. And I'm sure all of the people that's in his motherfucking ears getting him all the way revved up for that shit. Where you gonna be at, Boxing Father? Thank you, Lawrence. Boxing UNC work for me. I like hockey and basketball. I can survive in combat sport. Jesus Christ, I got a fucking more comment. I thought down there. Maybe it's +2. Didn't know boxing came back. I don't even know some of these names. I have to learn some new fighters now. Yeah, man. And honestly, boxing always, you know how boxing is for for any fan for a person who came in boxing. They never looked at the small, speedy guys. It always starts with the big Adonis figures, the guys that are heavy, the big uglies, the guys that move shit when they punch stuff, the guys that it always goes from the heavyweight division and then everything trickles down. But the state of affairs in the heavyweight division, the state of affairs of everything that's going fucking on in fucking boxing, like you got to make sure we fucking shine light on the unheralded, because we know that a lot of these motherfuckers be unheralded like a motherfucker. And boxing is like really a niche for America. Outside of America, boxing is beloved more than fucking anything. But for fucking America, dude, boxing has become a niche sport when it used to be the biggest fucking sport in the fucking world. And it's just absolutely out of control, man. So we got to make sure we show love what love is due, man. If you a real one, you a real one. Don't matter where you from, it's buses everywhere. Absolutely. Like I said, man, I don't give a fuck if you from the ass cracker fucking Kalamazoo, somewhere up in the fucking mountains, and all you got is fucking solar panels for fucking electricity, and goddamn, you fucking got some fucking handmade fucking dryer outside like they got on fucking what's that fucking show I watch and shit with them wild ass motherfuckers that live in Alaska, and they got the boy that invent everything, and he created some wild ass fucking he created a dryer for his mom, and it basically was a fucking drum. He basically put a campfire. He enclosed the campfire in brick, I believe, and then he put a drum over top of it and shit like that. And basically, he put a handle on the outside of the drum. It's a handle from fucking It's a handle. I'm trying to think of where this handle came from. It was just a crank handle. It was a handle it came from some fucking crank that didn't need use for it anymore. Threw the crank on the outside of this fucking trash can, this fucking 50-gallon fucking drum. Throw the fucking clothes in there underneath some fucking wood and fucking perch the fire, dude. I don't give a fuck if you from, that part of the world. It's real ones everywhere. And I think people kind of, Mob, I think people put tough on being real. No. Being a tough guy or thinking you fucking John Gotti or whatever does not make you a real individual. Being a real individual is what you stand on, it's your principles, it's how you carry yourself in life, it's how you deal with individuals, it's how you greet people, it's if you treat people with respect. Are you a man that stands on honesty, or are you a man that just stand for something, or you just fall for anything? That's what basically being real is about. Real is about, hey, I respect you, you can respect me type shit. First introduction. Real is, you know what I'm saying? Always motherfucking, always being loyal to those that are loyal to you, friends, you know what I'm saying? And always giving motherfucking people a chance, but always being aware that people can fuck you over as well. You know what I mean? Have heightened antennas, but always give individuals a chance. Don't write them off. But if you get that vibe that motherfuckers are shaky, you just gotta stay away from them. Povetkin beat someone claiming to be a heavyweight killer recently. Yeah, fucking Michael Hunter. That fucking bitch. I can't stand. Oh, fuck it. I meant it. I meant it. This the two hands up show. Won't be getting an interview from him. Don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We don't chase around. We don't chase around interviews. That's whole shit. That shit nasty as fuck. I hate tasting. I hate taking that shit. I hate it. I know, right? Like I kept bullshitting and bullshitting on taking the medicine. Now I fucking got it. I took it. It's done. Maybe the most underrated for those casuals. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Povetkin's chin. I mean, shit, Povetkin's got a solid fucking chin. I mean, like the only let's think about the individuals that beat him. He's only had problems with the elite. So, and I mean, we're matching left hook to left hook here. Fuck my life. We're talking about Alexander Povetkin's left hook and Dillian White's left hook going up against one another. Fuck me. And Dillian White is a fucking intimate fighter. He likes to be in there. So, Povetkin ain't gonna have to fucking run hard for it. He ain't gonna have to run. He ain't gonna have to chase him down for a fucking good time. I can tell you that much. And styles make fights, man. So I'm just saying, this is another fucking fight where Dillian White does it to me again, bro. I'm tired, man. I can't wait either, Welly boy, but I'm tired of fucking Dillian White fucking playing with my fucking nerves like this, dude. Like, leading up to the fight, I gotta talk about this shit. I gotta, you know what I mean, use my unbiased analytics and my point of view on this shit. But then, damn, man, it's like I want the guy to succeed so bad. And it's just like, yo, I got this attitude where I'm like, yo, a person who has been done so much injustice in the fucking sport and in the sanctioning body that you have given your fucking all to and have been extremely loyal to, for you to go in this fight and lose this man right when you on the cusp of being undisputed, meaning like, after this fight, I'm sure it's going to be smooth fucking sailing as far as, your opponents. You're probably going to pick opponents that kind of match Josh. You're going to have switching guys that match Joshua and switching guys that match Tyson Fury. More so Tyson Fury than anybody, as you're going to be fighting him next. So it's like, man, I just don't want this dude to motherfucking get iced, man. But it's like anything can happen in the world of boxing. I'm like, once again, with Oscar Rivas, he fucking did it to me, but he boxed amazingly, but he boxed beautifully behind the fucking jab, man. That's when I put his jab up there, man, as the best jab in the division. But he gets himself in trouble, man. I don't want this motherfucker. I do not want Dillian White to lose this fight, bro. Call it bias or call it whatever, man. But call it me standing up for fucking injustice, man. I'm not gonna keep sitting. I'm not screaming fucking free Dillian White for no goddamn reason. Because if it can happen to Dillian White, it can happen to any of us. Totally agree. He puts us through the ring, fighting tough fights. But that's why I like him so much. He takes on the smoke and puts that mandatory on the line. Absolutely. And that goes back with, and it wouldn't bother me so much. It wouldn't bother me so much if this motherfucker didn't have 1,000 damn days. Boxing Father, peace, Mr. Two Hands chat. Don't sub, I'll delete the chat. 100. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. It's like it wouldn't bother me so much, bro, if 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 he wasn't going through all of the injustice he was facing right now. It would be a lot easier for me to live with. But for the fact that he's dealing with fucking so much right now, man, and he's going through so much bullshit between the WBC, I just want to see this guy succeed, man. I just want to see him succeed. Then get back on the bullshit. Get that mandatory fucking title shot. Then get back on the bullshit, because then once fucking you're fighting for the fucking title, you're gonna be laser focused on that. Your training camp is gonna be laser focused on that. I just want, I just want the best for this guy. And honestly, I want him to be a champion, man. There's no reason why this guy has the resume he has on the streak he's been on since 2017, since he's fought Robert fucking Hellenius, and this guy still hasn't gotten a title shot when guys of much less caliber, far less caliber, excuse me, has received one. That's a really big problem for me. And you can see I'm getting this fucking this is the thing when I'm fucking either I'm thinking real hard or I'm starting to get upset. And yeah, my forehead's starting to fucking scrunch and I'm starting to get upset just thinking about the fucking injustice that's happening to this guy, man. I just want this dude, man, like I just want this motherfucking dude. I just want this dude to succeed, bro. Like this nigga's been getting fucked over and fucked over and fucked over and fucked over and fucked over. Like yo, and the way these subscribers, these non-subscribers, and the way these fucking microwaved ass fucking fans act, yo. I came up with a term, right? No, I had it. It was it basically was. It was my ideology on the franchise belt situation. And I'm not gonna stay here long. This is basically just to give you guys some humor real quick. And y'all gonna get a kick out of this shit. But this is how true it is. The fucking franchise belt is a fucking disease, more or less the lines of the bubonic plague. Right now, I don't think people have paid attention to how much damage it's fucking doing. But at the same time, because it's only in the hands of two individuals, and it's kind of kept kind of quiet because you're satisfied with Canelo. Franchise fits Canelo. Franchise doesn't fit Lomachenko, if we're going by the term franchise. Both of the, Canelo does what he does. He went up 175. He fought fucking Kovalev. That's fucking dope. Iced him. Lomachenko's doing his thing. He's supposed to be fighting Teofimo Lopez next. That's going to cement him for me as that dude. I still got my questions about Loma. So it's not a thing that people really make too much of a fuss about because it ain't really on the surface and it ain't really creating no problem outside of the couple of individuals it's creating problems for at the moment. But let's really be serious here and let's dissect this shit. The franchise belt trickled down to every fucking division in boxing. The other individuals that run around chasing belts, man, it doesn't even make any fucking sense. It doesn't even make any fucking sense to chase them down because you're never going to really get a shot at being undisputed because the guy who was truly the champ at the time is going to be a fucking franchise and only be able to hand you a diamond belt a diamond fucking belt, not a world title. And while these motherfuckers can get their ass whooped time and time again and still be franchise champion while they quote unquote look for the best fights. So basically, the franchise. So basically, then, fuck, man, if that's the case, fucking Charlie Zelenoff is the champ. Charlie Zelenoff's a franchise champion. That's the point where I'm going with that. Because Charlie Zelenoff has fucking been in motherfucking he's fucking like 300-0. He's fucking carried his title fucking every one of his fights, and he's walked out with that motherfucker, even though he's gotten his ass whipped. So fuck it, man. If that's the Charlie Z belt. The franchise belt is officially the Charlie Zelenoff belt. Charlie Zelenoff has the official franchise belt. We haven't seen a franchise belt because Charlie Zelenoff has it. So if you wonder why you haven't seen this phantom belt that doesn't exist because that anybody can get their ass beat for if they're deemed franchise and they get knocked over, it's the Charlie Zelenoff belt. Because you can just get your ass whooped time and time again and keep it, man. So fuck it, man. Everybody's 300-0 like Charlie Zelenoff if you fucking take that franchise stance. It's 1000% the Charlie Zelenoff belt. Mr. Two Hands, a little gem of a fight that's lined up for Matchroom Fight Camp. Ted Cheeseman for that's a big domestic dust up. That's a big domestic dust up right there. Matter of fact, and I've only watched a couple of fucking a couple of their fights, and I know the heat behind it because I stay watching all the motherfucking man dog. Like, so shout out to MTK Global, first of all, because MTK Global is one of the only people who fucking constantly stream their fucking fights, all of their fights on YouTube, time and time again, live stream the fuck out of them. But yeah, man, that fucking franchise belt is the Charlie Zelenoff belt, man. So anybody that wants to take that fucking belt, go fucking get, man. You got, man, fucking Charlie Zelenoff, man. You got, like, that's fucking sad that I'm comparing a fucking belt. Because I have to compare a belt to a guy in boxing who, but Charlie Zelenoff is the first original member of the NBBC. So it's no disrespect to Charlie Zelenoff, even though he's the original franchise champ. We got to throw it up for that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I love fucking Chantel Cameron. That's my baby. She went from Chantel been through a lot too. You want to know who else? You want to know who else I fuck with real heavy? That's on the rise. That was just about to have a championship fight, but COVID fucked it up, and beat fucking the so-called the self-proclaimed GOAT of boxing right now. My girl Savannah Marshall. I fuck with Savannah Marshall. I fuck with Mava Hamadouche. I fuck with Michaela Mayer. Her and Kay Karoma. They do good work together. I love the blonde bomber. I love the blonde bomber. Elaine has fucking incredible fucking hands. She fucking boxes like a straight up nigga. I ain't even playing. She boxed like a street nigga with heavy hands. And she's so fucking sexy. Oh my God. Tattoo from the arm all the way down to the leg. Gorgeous fucking body. And fuck the beauty is just a bonus. But she fucking got the hands on top of hands on top of hands. Oh boy, no, I has two hands. I was on UGC Black Room. I've been watching Mike Tyson interview. Hey, Skitty, stop downvoting. We know who you are. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God, what the fuck? Stop downvoting. What the fuck is downvoting? Fury will be begging for franchise champion. Man, yeah, that nigga, man, Fury ain't trying to be nobody but the goddamn Hamburglar of boxing. I can't wait for it. Fucking yeah, man. She's been the COVID. She had a successful quarantine. COVID's up out of body. She's young and fucking healthy. She's ready to go. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, Lawrence. I can't wait. Talk that shit, my brother. I fucking love Savannah Marshall though, man. She's fucking tall, long. She's got heavy hands and the ability to switch hit. And I believe, Peter Fury's starting to bring her along pretty fucking well too, man. Um, she's definitely she with the shit. She with the shit. She's gonna be a fucking force to reckon with for a brick. And when I mean a brick, I mean, you know what I'm saying, over here a brick mean a minute or a long time, I mean. Toby just fucking whipped, mate. Y'all motherfuckers fooling. Blame Don King. I'm going up and looking at some of this. Blame Don King. A lot of people don't talk about this. Don kept the contract from Melina Brazil, for the WBC when Severn moved up to fight Wilder. Absolutely. Severn versus Brazil was originally set as a mandatory. Yeah, and I understand how Don King still wields power and works behind the scenes. Shit, I can't believe fucking Don King even still has fucking fighters, Lawrence. He's fucking got the crew. He's got the cruiserweight champ fucking up in he's got that cruiserweight champ, the African cat. I can't think of his name offline. It's kind of tricky. There's actually a time difference in the UK. I went up north. It was like the 1980s. What the fuck? The fuck is it about up north that made it feel like the 1980s? What motherfuckers is using Walkmans and got on slouch socks and wearing fucking spandex and shit? Fucking fresh pair of Reebok princesses and shit. Women still fucking wearing fucking pink headbands, working out with the cut off sleeves with the spandex and the slouch socks on. Yeah, Don King is alive and he's still wielding power. And he's still reeling in fighters. But the only two fighters that I know that Don King has underneath the stable right now is Trevor Bryan, I believe the W is he WBA? Is he WBA or WBO fucking interim? Is WBA or WBO interim or regular? I can't remember. Yeah, Makabu. Facts, facts. I just couldn't fucking think of his couldn't think of his name. Some of these fucking names I gotta pronounce because this is the world of boxing. So we must talk about the world of boxing. Like imagine if we jumped on here, right? And the UK fan base is fucking huge. Like my fan base has more is a bigger percentage. Is 55% UK, like 30 something percent American, and like 15% all other parts of the world, some shit like that. So the UK is a major part of my fan base. Heartbeat of boxing. Goes back. That's the birthplace of it. And imagine if motherfuckers jumped on here and all I did was just talk about fucking just American fighters all day, like some channels do. Just talk about American boxers and just fucking bash fucking boxers from all foreign territories. And then when it comes to fucking Japanese fighters and shit like that, or it comes to guys like Sor Rung Visai or fucking Estrada and guys like that, people tend to act like they don't know who they are, don't acknowledge who they are. Wow, Kerry Willis, Billy Joe Saunders versus Triple G. That is a really good fight, and I even think with the Triple G that I saw fucking the Triple G that we're getting right now, the one that's just showing age that isn't showing that same zest that he usually had. I think that he was shocked when he was dealing with Derevyanchenko and he really realized he had to dig deep, and that just shows when he had to step on that extra gear for Derevyanchenko, and they gave him the W, which I felt like it should have been a draw, or the fight should have went to Derevyanchenko in my opinion. Or you could have swayed it. You could have swayed it a couple points, Triple G's way. It's all on how you look at it, and it's all on how you break down fights. Me personally, I break down fights by a minute and a half at a time with the volume off. And I count effective punches, I count dominance as far as ring generalship, and I don't discount, I discount back foot fighting. It all depends on if you're constantly on the back foot. But yeah, Billy Joe Saunders versus Triple G, that would be a good fight considering Billy Joe Saunders' movement, but that motherfucker don't hit hard though. So I think, Triple G would be able to, maybe enforce his will a little bit and, put them hands on him because we already know anything Triple G touch for real, except Canelo, that shit touching the canvas. That shit touching the canvas. I don't know if it's gonna come early or it's gonna come late, but regardless, the power carries over, and motherfuckers be touching the canvas, bro. Triple G, it's unfortunate because Triple G should have had. I think Triple G was him and Angel. I always go there, man, but I feel like Triple G's career was a little calculated when it came to certain decisions because, like I said, when he was willing to come down to make a fucking unnecessary weight to fight Floyd Mayweather, but you aren't willing to go up in weight, which you would be fresher to fight fucking Andre Ward and meet him at a catch weight at it or whatever, or because you wasn't willing to fight him at fucking 168. I mean, shit. In the UK, we make fun of each other more than we target outsiders. Even in London, there's an East-West divide, but then there's in the East-West joining forces someone from South when someone from South London is around. Look, this is the thing, right? In every country, you have your issues. There's a level of SSB 28, my fucking day one. Salute, brother. Um, there's always a level of, resentment for another, like for certain people, for certain areas and stuff like that. Every part of town has its fucking history, man. Every part of town has its own history. But my whole thing is this, there's a level of tribalism in everybody's country. We all have a certain level of tribalism. My thing is this: I've never been high on the way, because even as a kid, I feel like there are certain fucking things. If you're consciously sound, if you're a smart individual, there's certain things that you like that common sense already tells you. Common sense tells you things that life can't teach you. And I just feel like, God damn, I love fucking the blonde bomber. So y'all better stop, man. Y'all gonna throw off my conversations. Then I just start talking about how much I'm in love with her. But yeah, I feel like tribalism and stuff like that. But I feel like the Americans never fucking respected, never really respected, the UK fighters. I never felt like, in the early 90s, growing up watching fights and stuff like that, I never felt like Americans respected UK fighters. I felt like the way Deontay Wilder was talking about everybody's laughing at you because you're talking funny, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Africans that fucking have that learn our fucking language, they learn the English language or whatever, they're gonna have a certain sound to it. But what, you don't make fun of them because why? They got your same skin tone, or Mexicans who come over to Mexicans that have moved into America looking for a better life, that are being slaughtered by 8 fucking people a day, and the fucking death tolls just rise out of fucking control, and America's just fucking funded guns in them and just let them get slaughtered. I'm not going political. I'm definitely going to stay on top. This is not going to turn into a fucking political thing. And everybody's gonna have a certain level of an accent. My whole thing is, why the fuck do Americans would always put down UK fighters, put down the way a person talk? I feel like that shit is borderline prejudice. That shit borderline racist as fuck. Like when Deontay Wilder talking about people, you people make fun of you because you talk. They not laughing with you. They laughing at you. But he was the punchline of every fucking joke. He didn't even realize that people were laughing at him. Really, my whole thing is, bro, like, I've never disrespected I've never disrespected another country because another country wasn't where my issues were. I think Ali said it better than Ali summed it up better than anybody. When they tried to send Ali to war and he was willing to go to fucking jail, um, said ain't no Viet Cong ever called me no nigga. So with that being said, I'm not shitting on and has nothing to do with black and white. I'm incorporating that type of thinking in life. If I don't know you, if I ain't walk with you, I'm not gonna fucking punish you. I'm not gonna try to punish you, or I'm not gonna try to shit at you for, what I'm saying, for the things, somebody else did before, whatever. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not a bigoted individual. I've never been that way from the day that I was born. I never was a bigot. I never been a racist. I can peep things, I can read between the lines better than a lot of motherfuckers, but I got 2 half-white children, bro. And that's not a way to be dismissive and say, oh, because you got half-white children, you don't use that as, nah, I don't rock like that, period. So yeah, I just don't feel like, and then of course, the UK and the USA are basically like one and the same. We speak, your accents is different. It's no different than when you go down south and niggas got that country twang. They got that country twang, or when you go to Florida, people talk Geechee. Or when you go out to California, people got that, the words got more of a little, you know what I mean? Like I can get into my Cali, I can get into my Cali voice, it got a little thing on it at the end. You feel me? You feel me? Like the Cali, when you talk that Cali talk, it get a little bit brazy out there, you know what I mean? You feel me? Like I'm just saying, go to visit my rally out in Cali on a regular basis. But I'm just saying, everybody talks different, bro. Everybody. Chain TC, salute. So, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, hey Jeff, I swear to God, man, you might be like my brother for real. My brother got 12, my brother got 12 kids, man. My brother got 12 kids. Take care of every single one of them, too. If anybody on Twitter, y'all seen me shout them out in the post. If you fuck with battle rap, my brother got his own battle rap channel, and it's fucking huge. Like, I remember when we was doing fucking little events and fucking like little hoes and like little podunk holes in the walls and fucking Waldorf off of 301 and shit like that in the DMV. Now this motherfucking swapping with elites with the URL TV and all of that stuff. So if y'all like battle rap and stuff like that, definitely check out Battle Rap Trap. My brother name is his battle rap name D.I. the Henny Man, like literally my brother. Like when you go look at the motherfucker, we look exactly alike. Like people call us twins and shit. Oh no, 1 to 12 and 1 to 21. Well, yeah, I think we're good. You safe then, man. My brother, that nigga be busy. You want this nigga a trip too, man. That nigga a trip too. That nigga would be like, yo, when we was young, that nigga would always tell me. He's like, man, Bone, I busting all my bitches. I said, that's why you got 12 kids that you love like a motherfucker right now, too. My nigga. I don't care, like but on the flip side, people think that's crazy, because we conditioned to fucking always think that you ain't supposed to have more than a couple kids, blah 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 blah. But think about the gang though. Think about, you know what I'm saying, like when my motherfucking brother kids motherfucking come up, they all around the same age. They heavy in school. They like they own man. Look, they like dog. Your family is your fucking legacy. Do you notice? How all of these other 1% of families, if you trace in the bloodline, they all got they all related and shit like that, from presidents to oligarchs. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Because, bro, the bigger the fucking family, the more, you know what I'm saying, the bigger the power, bro. There's power in families. There's power in families. That's why motherfuckers with big families, families look after family, bro. Like, you not conditioned to go out in this world and this fucked up ass shit and just think that you just gonna get it on your own. Like, family looks after its own, bro. So the bigger the family, the better the family, because it takes a village to raise a motherfucking child. My family 100% white, all alcoholic. Man, shit, man, my family 100% black, all alcoholic. Well, and it's the thing. Well, not 100% black, cause no, not 100% black. My nieces and nephews aren't 100% black, cause my brother-in-law is half white. So I mean, shit, everybody got some of their family. Honestly, I always tell people, fam, like, follow the regimen. Don't listen to what motherfuckers tell you need to do to be healthy. I mean, you pretty much already know what's healthy and what's not. But these motherfuckers got motherfuckers fucked up, because this the crazy thing, right? I've had family members that do all of the wild diet shit, do straight workout warriors. Motherfuckers do everything right, and they done passed away. 39, 49, 39, 40, 44, 52, shit like that. Like a few relatives that done passed away. And I mean, of natural shit. And they were the most healthy motherfuckers in the world. Everybody in my family is a fucking athlete. You know what I mean? My first cousin fucking is a first round draft pick, second pick in the NBA, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. You know what I mean? So I've got nothing but athletes in my family. Um, like, bruh, like, so like shit, so I always tell niggas, I'm like, yo, stop looking at all the healthy motherfuckers. Look at the drunk uncle that smoked fucking 2 packs of Newports a fucking day, that's drinking that motherfucking naughty head, that's drinking that Hennessy, drinking that fucking gin and tonic, drinking whatever, drinking them motherfucking lagers, drinking them beers, them heinies, you know what I'm saying? Them Leiden Hugels, shit like that. These motherfuckers be living to 100 fucking plus. That shit ain't right. I mean, I'm not saying it's not right, but that's why I try to tell motherfuckers, man. I'm like, yo, out of the conscious shit you know that's bad for you, fam, but like, yo, just live your life, fam, because it don't matter. At the end of the day, we don't know when we gonna inspire from here. If you got children, you try to be here as long as you can be here for them. But outside of that, bro, you just basically live your life, be the best you that you can be every day, man, and don't worry about the shit that you can't control. And death is something we can't control, but we can control how we treat people and how we live our lives every single day. And that's a choice. You choose to be a dickhead. You choose to be a graceful, you know what I'm saying, caring, empathetic, sympathetic individual. Outside of that fucking bullshit, I ain't with it. Man, one thing, yes, here in the UK, there are a lot of mixed races. We all one blood. Why to try to turn Fury fight into a white and black thing. Yes, he did, and not good. USA is years behind European with race. See now, one thing I could say about the UK that just truly impressed me, right? I watched a video that was on Twitter earlier about a guy getting locked up. He was a pedophile, and people in the neighborhood was shooting. Uh, uh, um, it was on um, Enzo Mac, you know the championship fighter Enzo Mac. It was on his channel and shit. And I was like, man, what the hell are he going to jail for? You know what I mean? And they was just joking around saying, oh, it's for piracy. I was like, man, if UK be tripping like that about motherfucking illegal streams, I said, I'm definitely not bringing my fire stick with me when I go. But then they was like, nah. He was like, nah. He was like, I think he was like the bloke was a pedophile or something like that. So I was like, damn, they did not motherfucking make that man wear handcuffs. So you know what that shows me? That just made me look once again further into which I already know fully about, the prison industrial complex in America. We we incarcerate more. 2.3 million people were incarcerated in America just in 2019 alone. So when I look at it on that rate, the way that we incarcerate, the way that we treat people, like, yo, they treated that man like a gentleman when he walked out, regardless of whether this dude's a pedophile or whatever. It was just the way they dealt with him in that system. And that, like our system is literally isn't just to like, okay, punish you like, all right, yeah, you did your time, come back out, and make better for yourself. Nah. And once they try to break family structure. Like it's racism has become, since they pulled it out and they since they abolished slavery, they kept in an amendment that if you're jailed, you still have the right to enslave. Basically, I forgot how exactly it's put word for word verbatim. Somebody can say it if they would like, but it's a systematic process now. Why do you think the prison systems are so filled? Because they making fucking like $30,000 a day off of these fucking inmates, and they make fucking half of the shit that we use in this fucking country, and the rest of that shit is outsourced. And other countries are getting screwed by working in these fucking factories and shit like that by other people that are just sucking up all of the fucking funds and can barely fucking survive. Now, the UK, one thing I can say, I've noticed a lot of people from Africa, a lot of people from Jamaica, a lot of people from, just the Caribbean islands. They all go to the UK, and I just see a level of unity, and I don't see a level of disparity when it comes to, black and white finger pointing or the necessarily constant needs to look at it. I just see motherfuckers who communicate and everybody get along with each other. Like the unity is different. See, y'all move as one. You can tell just by even like the boxing events. And I'm not saying that nobody's dismissive of racism, because we all know where it came from. And, we can't be naive to the fact of, during the transatlantic slave trade, blacks from different fucking tribes didn't have a problem with going and bringing other blacks back to the slave ship and getting paid for it and taking their shit, not knowing you're gonna be a fucking product of the same shit you got pretty much on some George. That's equivalent to what Africans did to other Africans in the transatlantic slave situation. It's basically equivalent to George Soros taking fucking jewelry off of his fucking family members and taking fucking their art, taking their silverware, taking all of the valuables off of the Jews during the fucking Holocaust. Simply. But that's just for another fucking day. I just think that I think that people just need to practice motherfucking practice practice love and get away from hate. My whole thing is if we're gonna talk about fucking slavery, if we're gonna talk about injustice, if we're gonna talk, like, we always talk about the negative aspects of it, never talk about how can we change it and how can we make sure that it doesn't return again, because it's just creating an unnecessary level of tribalism that I don't want any fucking parts of. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be pro fucking black per your cause. I'm gonna, like, because when the message gets distorted and it becomes all of these little subdivisions of everybody's mind, because speculating and formulating your own opinion without having the own fucking facts is not the way to go about things. You're not helping anybody with your speculations on the matter. You're not helping anyone. So I just don't necessarily agree with all of that. I've not heard one person say anything about a solution. But somebody asked me in my chat, and that's what I was getting to, and I didn't get to fucking bring up. And I'm get off this shit right after that and go right back to boxing. So talk about some boxing, ask me some boxing questions in the chat so I can get off this shit. Somebody asked me, like, after I made the GF video, they straight up asked me, they were like, man, they were like, I really enjoyed that video, Two Hands. That was a good way, to go about it, et cetera, et cetera. And it wasn't no bigotry or no hate towards the other side involved. I said, I'm saying, of course, respected, the fact that he commented and all that. But he was like, what can we do to change this? What can we do to change it? I miss fucking Chico too. Shout out motherfucking my nigga Diego Corrales, man. Fucking him and Luis Castillo definitely had fucking between Ron Lyle, George Foreman, and Luis Castillo fucking Castillo versus goddamn Corrales might be the two greatest fights of all time for real. Single fights, not mentioning trilogies and all that other stuff. But yeah, back to what I was saying. He was like, well, how do we change it? He was like, because I hear a bunch of people complaining about a problem, but I don't hear anybody coming up with an answer. I was like, I said, it's really not as simple as that. But I do know one way to change it is I said, the way we can change it? I said, 5% of the world population of the USA, but you got 25% of the world population in jail. Work that one out, bro. Like I said, when I last checked in 2019, it was 23%. So if it went up to 25, it increased by 2%, bro. That fucking disgusts me. I told you that. I told you our fucking prison industrial complex is fucking awful. Fucking don't fucking want to come here. I'm saying the way they treat people are like fucking slaves. It's systematic slavery. Slavery has not been abolished. They've just made it to where they can put it on everybody and make and increase the monetary value and increase the work rate while offering you pennies while you're there and paying you with a little bit of freedom and cutting off a couple of good time days. But back to the solution of the problem, back to what I feel as though could be a solution of the problem. I said, is everybody prepared for 3 fucking months to fucking stay at home and not go to work? I said, you want to stop all of this shit? Stop going to work. Everybody. It can't be one person. It can't be 50,000 people. I mean, everybody say fuck them. From the overinflation, and I can only speak for my country because I don't know. I can't speak for the UK. I can't speak for everywhere else. All I know is about my country and what I can only speak on what I see, what I know, and how it operates. Everything is driven by that fucking dollar and this fucking democracy. Capitalism runs this fucking country. Capitalism basically runs the motherfucking world. But who formulates that and who is responsible for the influx of cash that comes in through these fucking corporations? It is us. It is off the backs of us. And I always try to tell people, I'm like, when you look at a colony of ants, what are they doing? I said, when you look at a colony of ants, what are all of them doing? There are several thousands of them in a colony, correct? They all march in a line. They grab food, and they all turn around and they go back in the line. They march in the same way. How many queens are there? There's only one fucking queen. So, metaphorically speaking, comparing that to capitalism, if everybody stopped going to work for fucking 3 months, they said, fuck these motherfuckers, fuck your base, fuck your motherfucking, fuck your raggedy ass fucking fast food restaurant, fuck your department store, fuck doing fucking, fuck doing your fucking analytics, fuck being your goddamn, fuck everything. Fuck it all. All down the line, every fucking job you possibly could think of. Fuck it all. Of course, except, those that are privately growing food, those type of things. So fuck them all. Because you want to know why? That shit will make them motherfuckers jump in line quick. Because it's for the people, by the people, right? I mean, they work for fucking us, bro. Everything's supposed to be done with our best interest in mind. And if things aren't done with our best interest in mind, the best way to stop it is to stop off the influx of cash. And the only way to stop off the influx of cash is for everybody to stop fucking going to work on their ass. And then you will get instant change because guess what? These motherfuckers can't operate if you ain't working for the motherfuckers. Everything that they fucking do is off of the back of all of the shit that we do for them. When you wake up every day and you go to work and realize that you're not getting that much time with your kids and you're working fucking 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 12, 15-hour fucking days, got to get up and do it again. And you wake up and you look at your life and you think that it ain't fucking worth it and your fucking kids getting educated by strangers while they telling you not to talk to strangers. All of that shit is bullshit. But I can tell you one motherfucking thing, and it's a solid solution, and can't nobody tell me any other, can't tell me different. If we all came together and said, fuck your jobs, fuck your stores, all of that shit. Load it up on fucking food, load it up on food, and them and the people, depending on the people, go back to a barter, go back to a barterer, go back to a bartering and skills mentality, then we would be working with one another because money is a figment of our imagination because we can still have all of this technology. We can still have all of these homes. We can still have everything that we see around us without this fucking piece of paper that is printed on the back that's got us fucking trillions of dollars in debt that they can just keep printing at the Federal Reserve. It ain't no more fucking federal than goddamn. Yeah. You put fucking the name federal on something and everybody fucking believe that shit is every fucking thing. Give me a break. Stop going to work and say fuck them motherfuckers and watch what happens. Well, yeah, I agree. My opinion, still racist, but people expose them more. Yeah, man, there's race. You know, there's racism. There's racism in the UK. Like I'm saying, I can only speak on what I've seen or what has been documented. Now, you know, outside of that, I can't speak on you guys' interactions on your day to day with everybody. But I'm gonna tell you one thing I do know though. Like over here, I'm gonna tell you one place I ain't never motherfucking been as a black man. I can tell you 2 places I ain't never been as a black man in America, and I never plan on going. Fuck it, I can tell you fucking 3. I mean, shit. Well, no, two. I have been there. I've been to Biloxi. Um, Ain't never took my motherfucking ass in no West fucking Virginia up in them goddamn mountains, and I ain't never took my motherfucking ass in no goddamn Boston, Massachusetts. Cause them motherfuckers don't got no love for no black folks. And them motherfuckers still motherfucking operate the same way they did back then. And guess what? Them motherfuckers will leave you up in the mountains, drag you up in the mountains, hang your ass up in the mountains. And them streets of motherfucking Boston, they'll motherfucking put it on you quick for being black. Just walk down the wrong street. That's a fucking problem. You can't walk down the wrong, being a color, you can't even walk down the street. I'm just saying, racism over here is fucking. I've always had this view since I was a child. I was like, man, it's worse than it's fucking ever been. I'm like, you know, because of the fact that, you know, before you could see the people, who, you know, you knew who was racist when we had segregation and all of these things before, but now it's all cloaked. It's all cloaked, basically like the KKK used to do it, and it's all hidden behind, and now it's all hidden behind people that pretty much position in power. There are things you can't do about it. So my whole thing is to tear it down to the foundation by everybody. Like for real, I want to know like how can we start a fucking petition like to see if everybody be willing to stop going to motherfucking work, sit on their fucking ass. I mean, we got a fucking social distance, right? We've been conditioned to fucking social distance, and they've stopped your money and made you feel like, damn, you need them. Y'all ain't think about that shit? While we social distancing stuck up in the house, everybody fucking fantasizing, romanticizing about work like we need them motherfuckers. Why ain't we never fucking stop fucking working like most of these motherfuckers did at these jobs that fucking like I forgot what lady did it. She stonewalled the fuck out of was it Amazon or Walmart? I can't remember. Stonewalled them motherfuckers like shit. Stopped going to work, but she was such an important major part that they motherfucking upgraded her pay, increased her, gave her a better pay scale, and pretty much, man, upgraded her to a way better position she was in her company because she wasn't appreciated where she was at for all of the work she was doing. So my whole thing is, man, We always getting shitted on. We conditioned to believe that we need them motherfuckers. Nah, fuck that. They need us. They need us to go to work for them. Shit, fuck that. We already got a condition to sit at home, so why not sit at home for 3 more months? The Africans that sold out their African brothers and sisters was just trying to make life easier for themselves. So you can't diss them if you never walk in their shoes. What do you mean? You got to stand on some form of integrity. I mean, absolutely. I feel I'm never saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't diss them, but I'm just saying that you got to be like, we got to hold. You can't just point fingers at one and not hold everybody fucking accountable. And I'm not fucking taking and my and that's why I don't like going there because anytime that I say something, no matter what, everything is opinionated, so the views get distorted, and people don't fucking necessarily take in what I'm saying and listen, and they take little pieces from it because people are paying attention to so many different things. I'm just saying, Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros. George Soros is the same individual who did what I just explained, and comparable to like what George Soros has done is comparable to what happened with the transatlantic slave trade. The way they just, you know, and I mean that was war between tribalism. So of course they're gonna sell out other people if you're tribal and you already warring with the other side. So why not get paid? Why not get goods and give away your people? I'm sure they did not think that it was gonna come to this because they would have fucking probably killed them in warfare or anything like that. So it's not like that I'm holding them like they are fucking like they the worst of the worst. I'm just saying I don't think people understood the ramifications of everyone's action. I don't think we understood we never know we don't know where we're going unless you can't know where you're going unless you don't know where you're from, bro. And I mean, we gotta, be realistic about it. My whole thing is this, man. Motherfuckers was brought over to fucking America, bro. I wasn't brought over, man. Look, man. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got ancestors. You know what I mean, that were in bondage. You know what I mean? I spent my whole fucking life. My grandfather was born in 19, my great grandfather was born in 1905 and died in 1997. Came from the Jim Crow fucking South and migrated up here and had to leave for certain fucking reasons. I got extensive fucking, I've had to read so many different things and I've got extensive knowledge on certain things, but I don't have fucking unlimited knowledge on all things. But the things that I do know, I speak on and I try to speak on carefully, take my time with it, and articulate it in a way to where that I'm not coming off in a way to where it is ignorant or it doesn't make sense. My whole thing is, as men, you always want to be held accountable. So as men then, I'm sure they held themselves accountable but they couldn't see today what they were doing. I'm sure they didn't know what they were doing. I'm sure I'm sure they were made to believe that this was going on or that was going on. They could have told them anything under the fucking sun. It don't matter. They probably didn't know, but I'm just saying, even that level of tribalism when you're killing your own, warfare, motherfuckers always trying to overthrow somebody to get something, man. Like people, I never underestimate the evil that men do because I feel like men are more evil than fucking anything because most of the time, what do men obsess over? Men obsess over power. Men obsess over position. Men obsess over things that another motherfucker has more than the next man has. They get envious of it and they try to pop him and kill him for that shit. I'm just saying, man, jealousy breeds envy, bro. And that's just an evident thing, man. I think hatred is just hatred, man, no matter how you fucking slice it, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers I don't like, but there ain't not one person in the world that I hate. And a motherfucker that's a bigot or a racist, I'm completely dismissive of all that shit. Freddie Moore, salute, Brody. Welly boy, you take the old school racist comedians of the 70s and 80s. People said we don't want to listen to that shit. They died off. They died off nut comedy. So if people accept it, it stays. It's up to us. Absolutely. Bring it back to the Lincoln Log days. Oh man. Anyways, too, let me get back to this British matchroom fight camp. It's going to piss. It's, it's going to piss all over Top Ranks card. Hey, bro, fight camp, bro. Oh my God, what Eddie's got going on? What Eddie got going on in the backyard of the crib? Because people keep saying, I don't know why you call it Eddie's house. Motherfucker, that was Eddie's fucking house. Well, it wasn't Eddie's house. It was Barry Hearn's house turned Matchroom fucking HQ. That is the fucking house that Eddie Hearn fucking grew up in. Them motherfuckers is rich as fuck. They rich as fuck, and I love it because they motivate the fuck out of me. Because one day I'm gonna stand next to Eddie Hearn with my fucking with my shoulders motherfucking broad. You know what I'm saying? My back straight, be standing up tall. And you know what I mean? And I know, you know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be respected in those motherfucking dimensions, man. Because Eddie Hearn, one thing I can say about Eddie Hearn, he willing to talk with anybody, bro. He ain't gonna pick and choose, bro. He'll side with the truth and he can deal with, you know what I'm saying, the fuckery as well. I mean, shit. Imagine how many he always gave fucking Fred from barbershop conversation interviews. I mean, shit. And I ain't even, you know what I'm saying, dick riding and cock riding, trying to go out to interview to get that, man, bro. Man, I feel like I fucking arrived once motherfucking I hear Eddie Hearn say two hands, man. When Eddie Hearn say, shout out Mr. Two Hands Up for all the ways, you know, he's that bloke's a good shot. That bloke always shouts out Anthony Joshua, always shouts out Matchroom. He always shouts out Dillian White. He always called it straight down the middle. He never chatted shit. Two Hands never chatted shit. He always called it down the middle and gave Bear Man's respect. How about that? I'll be like, my nigga, we made it. Because, bro, I just appreciate everything. Nah, Jeff, Eddie ain't shouting me out. I'm just saying, if it gets to the point to where, man, grow salute, my nigga. If it gets to the dog, that's where I'm trying to get though. You know, I've already gotten to the point to where I was at, you know, way less than 3,000. Where, you know what I'm saying, Steve, when, you know what I mean, I heard Steve Kim was, you know what I mean, a fan of my work. And I couldn't believe it until motherfucking I saw it on Twitter for myself and he tweeted. I'm just like, and then on Mike Montero, when he, you know what I'm saying, he even mentioned my name and shit. I ain't even, I wasn't even, I didn't even know, but that's what I'm aiming for. I never chase down no man, but I measure my work rate. My work rate determines my greatness, not me chasing down individuals trying to push my influence on them. I want to be influential on my own accord. That's why it's very important for me to motherfucking, man, my creativity is my creativity. The way I do things, I want it to be completely separate from whatever boxing platform is doing, whatever. I understand we all have to talk about the same topics, but we all different individuals with different personalities coming from different walks of life. I just choose to fucking lay out my facts in a different way and entertain and fucking give the facts. I don't want it to be like Eddie Hearn just signed Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington just left Frankie Fish Eyes and came over to the Matchroom stable and he's looking forward to making a big fight with the Zone Zoo Can. Like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That shit got to be lit. That shit got to be litty. That shit got to be. What the fuck's up, fight fans? Y'all already, man, it's your motherfucking man, 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah Fah. You know what it is. Because subconsciously, that Fah Fah though, that two hands always resonates with the fucking sport of boxing. That Fah Fah though, that's gonna stick in people. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your little niche that's gonna stick and be like that. That Fah Fah, man, that shit sticks. People fuck with it. People fuck with my end shit because I mean that's just real life shit. It costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind for real. It's like, oh, like it costs you nothing to pay me no mind. Just like, you know, I was gonna say it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind because what y'all niggas eat don't make me shit. That's what I was gonna say originally when I first did it, but I took it out on my first, you know what I'm saying, on my final edit because I thought it was too much to end it all. So I was just like, you know, it costs me nothing to pay a nigga no mind. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect for what it is, right? You know, it's perfect for what it is. It's short and sweet and it's powerful. Yeah, man. Shit, if y'all fucking want to, if y'all want to have Eddie on Twitter, man, that'd be. I'm not suggesting it, man. I just think that it'll be dope once motherfucking, if Eddie Hearn motherfucking heard of me organically and I hear about that shit, bruh. That's the type of shit I'm striving for because that's the dude I feel like is the biggest in the game. That's who I feel like the biggest in the game that's going to bringing forth the best competitive action to the game. And when Top Rank, they're going at it on some neck and neck shit. Top Rank's got some great fighters as well, but Eddie Hearn ain't trying to create no monopoly. He's just trying to motherfucking kill all of the shit to where I love Eddie Hearn, you know what I mean? Because he's not opposed to working with anybody. He wants to give every fighter a fucking chance to put on a great fucking fight because ultimately he's a very, very smart businessman. So it's all about fan interest. And I'm all about, the fans getting what the fuck they want because not only am I an enthusiast, but I'm a fan as well. A fucking stan. Like, so with that being said, yeah. Like I look at his climb, I look at where he's been, I look at him following old Beza from the teachings of old Beza. You know what I mean? And I just know that ain't nobody fucking with him. And it has nothing to do with, and I'm an American dude and I'm saying that. So you already know. I don't give a fuck about no American shit. I don't give a fuck about no UK shit. I don't give a fuck about no race-based shit, no tribalism shit, no root for your own country shit, man. I'm all about who doing what and who moving what. And that nigga right there, fuck moving the needle. That bitch he done broke the motherfucker. He done pushed that bitch so hard. He done broke that bitch. Man, Toby, man, I'd love to fucking get an interview with motherfucking oh man, with you and Eddie, interview on Fred Barbershop. Oh man, we kill him. We kill him for real. I know I'll get a great interview out of Eddie Hearn because of Eddie Hearn's personality. Eddie Hearn ain't opposed to letting himself go. Eddie Hearn is who he is, bro, and I am who I am. And I think a combination of that and a combination of this, bro, I just think it's got the recipe for a great interview that'll make motherfuckers that they will want number two and number three. And I think once Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying, understand my energy and understand the type of integrity and the type of person I am, I'm sure he'll want to do that shit again and again and again. Because one thing about the boss ain't no fake nigga, man. The Reaper always keep it genuine. God damn, I'm starting to come up with so many. I'm starting to have so many names and AKAs, but it's just all about the authenticity, man. And it's just like, man, I pay mad homage, bro. I give respect and credit where credit is due, dog. And Eddie Hearn definitely one. I'm cool with fucking man. Fuck, I mean, like, I'm cool with getting an interview with Frank Warren, bro. But like this nigga, who he got? Fucking 2 fighters, 3 fighters right now, and really, fucking Tyson Fury ain't his fighter. Tyson Fury really top ranked fighter. He could say fuck fucking Frank Warren if he wanted to. I don't know the basis of a fucking contract, but I'm sure he got fucking Frank on some loyalty kind of probably some fight by fight shit. Who knows? I don't know the dynamic of their contract or how it was fucking milked or how it was merged with top rank ESPN. One thing I can say about that, oh, the PBC, man, Chain TC already got press credentials for the PBC. Ooh, damn. I was not supposed to say that out loud. I was not supposed to say that shit. Fuck it, y'all know now. I been had them. I been had press credentials for the PBC. My whole thing is the PBC willing? Is the PBC willing to? Is the PBC willing to deal with an individual like me, considering that I'm gonna always be opposed to the points of views of the fuckery of the fighters, and I'm not scared of the motherfucking fighters neither. I ain't scared of asking the motherfuckers no question. I ain't scared of being wherever the motherfuckers at because you're only one person, bro. You only one person. We will jump the fuck out you. Straight like that. So if you try to motherfucking beat my ass based on telling the truth about you, or I try to chop you up in the edit or whatever, man, I'm only you only one person, bro. So that boxing shit don't scare me none. Yeah, I fucked all the way up. Cause I was supposed to say that shit for y'all, man. Like, I don't know why, like, niggas act like, and a lot of these dudes, they suck these fighters' dick so bad, bro. Like, they, like, dog, like, they live for that shit, bro. They get around these dudes, man, and they kid, like, dog, like, that's why I call the nigga smelly nutsack or nutsack breath. Because you know what I mean? Like all that nigga do is fucking suck Deontay Wilder's balls and lick the crack of fucking Mikey Garcia's ass and fucking suck fucking Virgil Ortiz's toes and motherfucking eat the foot cheese out the middle of the motherfuckers. Yeet! Frank Warren's blocked this fighter. His name escapes me from fighting Conor Ben in the headline for the first night of camp. Apparently, yeah, yeah. And the fucking and the problem with that is right. Frank Warren hate Eddie Hearn so much, and really I don't even and I'm sure it's fucking disingenuous. Oh yeah, Dante's bias nation is about as biased as it get. He does shit like that because oh yeah, and that's a conversation I never touched on too. But yeah, Frank Warren do that bullshit because motherfucking Eddie winning, and he not for real, for real. He hanging on about their life. Yo, this nigga's fucking got his nose so close to Tyson Fury fucking ass. Like, for real. He know what type, man. He know the fuck, man. That nigga got his nose so close to Tyson Fury ass. He know when he need to take a shower. He know when he got his freshest. He know when that nigga ready to make a mess on himself and everything. Like, and the problem with that is, it's like, bro, like, when you made that statement about Dillian White, when you made that statement about Dillian fucking White, bro, and you said, and you said you made that statement about, oh, if Dillian White would have been with me, I already look what I did for Tyson Fury, 4 fights, kept him active, and then he got an immediate fight he got the fight with Tyson Fury. If he wasn't with Eddie, blah 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 blah. My whole fucking thing is this, bro. Like, let's be serious. You didn't keep that man busy. Peace, Davy. You didn't keep that man busy, bro. This is what the fuck you did, fucking Dory from Finding Nemo. Fucking Dory. This is what you did, bro. This nigga Fury can't all that shit Fury did. Fury could have did that shit without you. Fury could have grabbed anybody in the fucking world and did exactly what he just did and still got that fight with fucking Deontay Wilder. If Fury would have went with fucking Eddie Hearn, he would have still got that fight with fucking Deontay Wilder. Because guess what? It wasn't you that got him the fight. It was the fact that Tyson Fury decided to fucking forgo his responsibilities as a heavyweight champion, never fucking defend, pretty much forgo lineal by doing drugs because, all fucking prestige of the old get taken from you when you pop and, vacate the rest. For those reasons, Tyson Fury got to fight with fucking Deontay Wilder. And they felt like that was an easy skate to make him a motherfucking to make him a paper for an opening debut pay-per-view and try to do it off of the back of you. And the shit was really, realistically, that was about to backfire. And the only reason that didn't backfire was because of Radio Raheem, black ass, asking a dumbass question like, what do you mean your people? Even though I understand he's a journalist and he wanted to get a rise out of an individual. And I'm sure he analyzed how weak Deontay Wilder is, and he fell right for the fucking trap. And now look, Deontay Wilder goes viral overnight with this to this day. And that salvaged fucking the event to do the fucking the 300 plus thousand pay-per-views that it did, the 400, and the gate doing what it did, because that fight was going to do extremely worse than that. So Frank Warren cut the fucking crap. Don't act like you can do more for Dillian White. Dillian White, see, this is what people disregard. Dillian White's on a fight-by-fight basis at Matchroom. That means there's no loyalty there. It's like, how much are you going to invest? Yo, Eddie Hearn is highly invested into him. He makes sure Dillian White is well taken care of. But how much, how much are you truly going to invest into an individual that's about to go in a championship fight with your motherfucking guy, and then you got the rematch clause and all of that stuff? So then I kind of understand the percentage, and I understand why AJ don't really like you. So of course he wasn't willing to give no leeway in the purse. So looking at it fucking from both sides of the coin, I kind of understand it. But bruh, like you on a fight by fight basis with Matchroom. So if you motherfucking beat Anthony Joshua and you just skate off with the fucking titles and say go over to the PBC, what then? What then? So I mean, we got to be realistic, man, about covering our ass, et cetera, et cetera. Even if he did, it's his prerogative to do so. But we already know what happens when motherfuckers get on PBC Island. They force the fucking sister sit down, chump. They forced to do that. So yeah, man. What's going on, two hands? Two hands up. Respect England. Respect Sean Paul. Respect brother. Man, bro, it's just a matter of time before Triple D comes over from the dark side. Man, look, man. Triple D don't realize how much he being pimped because, like, Daniel Dubois really think they really think they moving Daniel Dubois along right. They are because, you know, he has a lot of things in his boxing game he need to work on. That kid is too fucking big. He needs to come down a little bit, slim it up, take a couple pounds off. He's too fucking big. You know what I'm saying? He gets gassed out. You know what I mean? Like, even though he knocks motherfuckers' heads the fuck off, I'm just saying, I'm really questionable on his tank. That's why I was fucking looking forward to fucking the fight the day after my fucking birthday. The fight was literally coming on the day after my birthday. Joe Joy's first fucking Daniel Dubois, and like I was looking forward to that because I was like, okay, this is a measuring stick to see who's gonna be the best out of these two. Then I kind of know because you know how fucking the Juggernaut, he's kind of a slow starter, but likes to stay behind his boxing. I kind of know what we're working with here a little bit because Dubois is gonna have the box if you just can't go straight out there and knock him out. Not going to treat like uh, Juggernaut like he's some scrub or something like that because he's not. And actually, Juggernaut has the better experience of the two because he's fought more experienced fighters. But Juggernaut is the oldest fucking prospect in boxing. So I see why, but man, he'll leave Frank once he realizes Frank can't do shit for him. I promise, man. Just up 9 a.m. going back to bed after this is done. Nice joint green. Man, shit, man. It's just a matter of time. What happened? Didn't think he would resign with Frank. It will all come to a head. That's because Joe Joyce is just a genuinely nice kid. You can tell his father raised him right. You know, he's been going to the same fucking gym training since he was a fucking kid over there with that goddamn delusional fucking Confucianist fucking Tunde fucking Ajayi bitch ass. Fucking can't stand that fucking clown. Empty the tank! Empty the tank! Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, I'm driving a hybrid. I'm driving a motherfucking a Tesla. Shut the fuck up. Empty no goddamn tank. Just ruin Anthony Yard. Ruin Anthony Yard and sent him over to Russia of all fucking places. Empty the tank. Empty the tank. Anthony, bruv, empty the tank. You did that man dirty, man. If you would have told him to pick his shots apart because finally you got him to where he's slowing down and he really can't use lateral movement and the punch, you know, and his punches ain't going to be what they were, bro, he wouldn't have had to empty the tank. He would have got the knockout in the fucking next round, but you gassed that motherfucker out so early. Let that boy get beat. Let him exhaust himself so bad that a fucking feather would have hit him in the face. It would have knocked him over like that and had him looking crucified. Bro, that was the most embarrassing shit I seen for somebody. And you really ruined Anthony Yard's career because I ain't seen Anthony Yard, man. I ain't seen him. And I feel like that shit really fucked him up, bro. Empty the tank. Empty the tank. Lions in the camp. Kittens in the camp. Kittens in the camp, champ. Out on my porch real quick. Bear with my darkness. Bear with the darkness of my darkness. Bear with the darkness of my darkness, bitches. Empty the tank. Empty the tank, Anthony. Yeah, man, fucking outdoor with it. Yeah, man, like that shit corny, bro. And look, man, Tunde is the LaRon salute. Freddie Moore salute. Toby Bartlett salute. Running back through the shoutouts one time, man, just to show my appreciation. Welly Boy Slip and Move salute. Jeff Lucietta salute. Gangs in the building. Man, look, man. Tunde Ajayi is the most shallow fucking individual in the world that talks about, yo, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. I'm always in a good mood. Got lions in the camp. We don't know no defeat. You know, when it comes to Anthony, Anthony's ready. I know he's ready. I know Klitschko can't beat him. He won't touch him. We're gonna go over there and we're gonna show the world the lions in the camp. Lions in the camp. I'm like, bro, talk to you on Twitter. You on Twitter, talking your motherfucking shit. But as soon as somebody say something to you about Anthony Yard and the situation and how you carried it, you straight block him. That motherfucker blocked me on Twitter. I said one comment about that joint. That nigga blocked me. He talk about all this positivity and all of this preaching on positivity and stuff, but you ain't even positive enough to where you can deal with constructive criticism, you bitch ass nigga. You can't even deal with constructive criticism. And it ain't constructive criticism towards Anthony, it's constructive criticism towards you because you was put in position to handle that man. You let that man go over to fucking Mayweather gym, shoulder roll his ass to death, and bring his ass back over to the UK thinking that nigga learned something new. You let that nigga fight bum out. He was the UK Deontay Wilder. Real rap. Real rap, man. He's fucking he's like the UK Deontay Wilder, man. Because you didn't have him fighting opposition to where he could build himself to where, you should have pushed up the level of opposition just a little bit. You should have turned up the knob just a little bit per fight. That's why I say you should always fight somebody better or fight somebody that mirrors the style that you're going after. If it's a tune-up fight, you should be working on shit with a certain fighter that's going to mirror the style of what you're working with as well as in your sparring. But bro, like that's why you didn't turn up the knob none. You had him fight bomb. You had him fight bum after bum after bum after bum after bum. This nigga best win before he fought Kovalev was fucking Travis Kaufman. Travis Kaufman. I feel like he did him fucking dirty. He fucking riding high. He got his little check. One little nigga ruined, and you gonna go do that shit to somebody else. Facts, Toby Bartlett. Liars in the camp. Liars in the camp. Nothing but liars in the camp. I ain't feeling that shit, man. Not feeling that shit at all, bro. Like, I felt like Anthony Yard could have been something. And that's Boom man. And I know it motherfucking hurt Boom. I know it make Boom mad, you know what I'm saying, when we gotta realistically speak on Anthony Yard's situation, man. But the facts is the facts, bro. And fact is, man, your trainer is not supposed to be your motherfucking best friend, bro. That's not what he there for. Them niggas was best friends. My buddy, wherever I go, here goes my buddy. I teach him everything that I know. My buddy's here. My buddy's here when best friends can be. My Tunde and me. My buddy. Yo, fucking Tunde, man. He ruined that kid, man. Your trainer is not, I'll repeat, you should have a great fucking relationship with your fucking trainer, bro. But he shouldn't be your fucking best friend, man. Y'all fucking hanging out. You're chilling, you fucking joking and laughing. Like, yo, you in there, you not motivating the nigga, you laughing with the nigga. You know he about to be in for the biggest fight in your goddamn life, and you laughing with the nigga. biggest fight in his life, and he going in the mother like, and that's the thing, man. You was going to fight Kovalev in Russia. You know goddamn well he was going to have to knock that boy out. So you know what they invested in, because I, as a handler, and I've never promoted a boxing fight, but I promoted a hell of a lot of common sense. I can say that. And with that being said, bro, like, man, that motherfucking dosey dope got me high as a motherfucker. I'm in my bag right now. And with that being said, bro, you supposed to handle this man. You sent that nigga over to Russia, bro. After the best win on his record was Travis Kaufman, the Kovalev, who's been in there with a later Alvarez twice, who's been in there with motherfucking SOG twice. You know what I'm saying? Who's fought nothing but fucking top dogs, man. Nothing but top dogs. Been top billing for a long time, man. And you know, bro, who is going into Russia? Who? Like, yo, you tell me what fucking fighter. I don't give a fuck what part of the world they fucking from, outside of fucking Russia. You tell me what fucking fighter, what prospect coming up is about to get his first world title shot. You gonna fight a favorite Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame fucking Russian fucking fighter in fucking Russia that they love with all his flaws and all his fucking racist faults. You're gonna send. That's what you're gonna send Anthony Yard into. And look what it did, man. Look what it did. That's a hell yeah, it's a fucking tough pill to swallow, bro. Now, and with that being said, bro, like imagine when because you know when you take a L, you as a boxer, that's something you have to assess. You have to assess your errors and where you went wrong. There's a lot of things that went wrong with that in that fight, and a lot had to do with just experience, man. This motherfucker was in there doing the two-step shuffle with the shoulder roll, just sidestepping, shoulder roll, sidestep, shoulder roll, but his head was going like this the whole time. That's all that nigga head was doing all night. All night. That's what I'm saying, bro. You supposed to have a Tunde Ajayi in your fucking training camps for fucking pure motivation. Somebody that's gonna keep you wanting to train. That's gonna make training fun in the sense of he's lighthearted. You know what I mean? He want to crack jokes and shit like that. He'll be motherfucking more of a motivating piece, a motivating factor in the camp, man. But he out here pretending he a fucking trainer, bro. But you said this nigga don't spar. You said the only person he spar is you and the other big dude that's in the camp. I seen big dude. What the fuck he even doing throwing a fucking punch? Y'all niggas just went in there. Y'all went over that joint with a man. Y'all took a toothpick to a motherfucking MG42 gunfight with a fucking pillbox. How does that? How? Like, yo, he playing that shit back. He's playing that shit back over and over and over again, bro. He's reliving that situation. He's reliving the humiliation. He's got fucking knocked off. He got knocked on the fucking floor by a feather, bro. When fucking Kovalev punched him, he was just like, damn. He's like that though? He went down like that? Fuck me, man. Hold on. Like Enzo said on the motherfucking Twitter earlier today about the pedophile that went to jail I was talking about earlier. Fucking hell. I love that shit. I love when y'all UK boys use that fucking hell, man. I wish I could kick that joint how y'all boys kick it. Fucking hell. And that's exactly what that nigga life is now, man. This is Anthony Yard's life after fucking boxing, bro. Ain't fucking pretty, man. Like, damn, man. Like, at least when Jermaine Taylor went out to fucking Kelly Pavlik, man, I mean, damn. Fucking hell, man. Look, man, I'm getting a little fucking lethargic here. So yeah, man. If anybody didn't catch the motherfucking news, man, I'll be at the Barclays Center for the PBC's next event. And yeah, man. We don't try to make things happen with the OG. Mark, my MBBC brother, salute, man. Man, I never sleep, man. I operate on Einstein's theory, man. Um, Sleep just enough to keep your mind working, you know what I'm saying, sharp, man. Stay rejuvenated, bro. I'm always up. I live that vampire life. That's why I'm about to go in this bitch right now. I'm about to sleep for motherfucking 3 hours. I'm about to get up and get ready to motherfucking edit my goddamn ass off. And yes, credit to goddamn Dillian White, man. And I'm just hoping this fight goes the fucking way I want this fight to go, bro. Because man, once again, man, all of the fucking injustices that Dillian White is facing, man, it's just like, this fight with Alexander Povetkin, man, it's not one of these ones where you can just like surefire, like, oh, Dillian White's got it. But through all of the things he's going to, I'm hoping to God. I'm hoping to God. I'm hoping to God. I'm wishing nothing but the best for him, man. But every fucking fight is 50-50, man. And we gotta acknowledge that. We always have to acknowledge that. But I can't even fucking I can't even visualize. I can't even visualize. I can't visualize Dillian White losing. I just can't see it in my mind. I don't want to see it in my mind. And if it fucking happens, man, it's gonna be some devastating. I'm gonna have some devastating energy, bro. I'm gonna have some devastating energy for a dude who suffered so much injustice, bro. I don't want that, man. I don't want that, man. He came too fucking far, man. We come too far to fucking lose now, man. If he's gonna lose to anybody, it's gonna be a fucking world title shot. And that's just the way the fuck I feel about it, man. My man's gonna pull through the fucking rock all the way the fuck out. Top of the morning to you, brother. Absolutely, man. I don't want anyone ducking anyone either, man. I'm just, like I said, a couple of good things happened through all of this pandemic bullshit. And of course, there are things that that are the inevitable that we cannot control. But all in all, man, a couple of good things came out of it. Like I said, boxing is regularly going back to, 2 days a man, boxing 2 days a week during the fucking week. That's awesome, bro. We ain't had that. I wish it didn't take COVID-19 to come up with these fucking ideas, man. But that means shit. More fucking boxing states, more boxing matches domestic, more boxing matches fucking abroad. And I plan on motherfucking attending as many as I can. And this undisputed motherfucking fight already been set. I already done set aside most of my bag for that shit. So when the motherfucking tickets drop, two hands is not missing the next undisputed fight. I got to be there in person. So Mark, if you going, I'm going too. I know you going. But I'm going. I can't miss it because that's something I'm probably not gonna get to see ever again. And two fucking British world champions, man, shit. UK holding belts is no different than America holding belts to me, man, because it's like a first cousin to the States. Fucking, the lingo fucking differentiates a little bit, man. But to me, it's all the fucking same, man. It's all the same. And for real, man, I can't wait for this fucking undisputed. I can't wait for it. I just hope motherfucking Dylan White pull. I hope to God, man. I'm hoping everything go great with his camp. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, I'm just hoping he just put in that work, man. And I agree, Jeff. It does have to happen in the fucking UK. It definitely has to happen in the UK. If that fight is anywhere fucking else, I feel like it's a disservice to humanity. And fucking Bob Arum is already talking some fucking Middle East bullshit. I'm like, bro, you don't run a motherfucking thing. You don't run a motherfucking thing. I don't care what they fucking told you in the fucking what you done fucking paid motherfuckers in the media in the US to fucking say, man, shit. You don't run nothing over on the other side. 100% it happens in Saudi Arabia, which I can't stand. And the fact that it happens in Saudi Arabia, bro, like, man, shit. Then what are our options? Because you can't drink in Saudi, right? Cause if you can't fucking, I don't know, man, they taking away the ambiance, man. See, that's the thing, man. You can't drink in Saudi, and I don't know if there's a place close by that we can fucking get a hotel in outside of that motherfucker. Like, I don't, man, that shit ain't gonna work, man. It's just gonna be a fucking dry weekend, bro. Like, you gotta really tread lightly in fucking Saudi. Everything's gotta be stiff, man. It's like, it's like one of those stiff ass. It's one of those fucking stiff ass places. Like, I'm not no fucking raging alcoholic, but for that, but I'm a social drinker. I'm a social drinker, and I'm a private drinker once in a while, and I like to have a nice cold glass of fucking Henny on the rocks, like a double shot in the evening. But hell nah, we ain't doing no fucking undisputed. So I'll be damned if we over that motherfucking bitch and we sober. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. There's a will. There's always a way. Man, any man shit. Hopefully, motherfucking, I got some Saudi subs in this bitch that can plug the boys in, man. Or my man, or my brother Mark got some Saudi boys that can plug the boys. Saudi subs is gonna plug the boys in. But man, fuck, man. If this event's in Saudi, man, let me go to sleep, man. Let me go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep on that one, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect. If it takes place in Wembley, then I'm getting it in, bro. Bro, if it takes place in Wembley, bro, that kills two birds and one stone with me, man. Two birds with one stone. I hope to God that happens. Yeah, definitely, man. Gotta definitely watch the 6 o'clock over that motherfucker. I'm telling you, for me, it would be straight to the event hotel, unless they hosting some fucking major concert like they did, with the Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I mean? That everybody gonna be attending, because I'm not going nowhere that fucking all the people that aren't from the area going. Fuck that. I'll take my ass straight back to the motherfucking hotel, keep my head on, so fuck that shit. But I don't have no interest in Saudi Arabia, man. I don't know how much black people worth in human trafficking in Saudi Arabia, but I ain't trying to get snatched up. Be standing outside, they snatch my ass up like hostel or something. Next thing you know, I'm in some weird ass fucking field with mad acreage and shit with a damn box I gotta bust open and grab a gun out of and shit. And rich people trying to hunt me down and shoot me the fuck up. Let me stop. I don't even want to put those thoughts in my mind. We're gonna try to We're gonna try and get A to give two hands tickets and special guest VIP 2 hands up. Sounds good, man. That sounds fucking perfect, man. I thought, but after I heard Eddie say take emotion out of it, they get twice as much in Saudi. Who are we to get mad? Hey, man, just get your money, man. If it's not in Saudi, it's not in Saudi. But one thing it will be an undisputed match, and that's all that fucking matters, man. That's the best thing, man. So hopefully we get that. If it's in the UK, that's a fucking bonus, man. And it ain't even about. It's not even per se. It's about the event. It's about the two individuals in the event and where they from, and we know how boxing. We know the history. We know our history of boxing, and we know this shit don't. This shit is some. This shit is some one in a fucking million shit, man. So I want you guys to have it more than anything. So I'm really rooting, and I'm keeping my energy and my vibrations in the aspect of I'm hoping that this shit happens in the UK, man. So I'm just stay hopeful for that shit. Until then, next time, peace.